have a push. Eventually, we enter democracy. But instead of progress, now fighting with the fight. If democracy go on, we must get patience more to destroy very easily, but to build the own core. Wahala ni o, Africa ni sùúrù, sùúrù tó lọ́jọ́, sùúrù lérè o, ẹ má jẹ́ àfàyọ̀ fọ́ o. So therefore, humility, o democracy, o politician, sùúrù lérè, ẹ má jẹ́ àfàyọ̀ fọ́ o. O legislator, o certificate, o gba master, o gba misisi, ọ̀nà democracy lẹ́sìn ẹ kọrin. Ilé wa ṣe, ṣẹjọ́ làwọn àbáyé bọ̀. Ilé wa ṣe, ṣèbáyé làwọn jẹ. Yes,
Versois la mojon, écrivez tout parlant entre moi. Massigue vers Jean toi. Persissi le passissi Veronica. Don't confuse me. What is Veronica find herself? Verica. I don't know why I will put Veronica inside. Verica Poi Ekuve Efulefu. You know what it be Efulefu for French?
Back to sender.
That is good morning.
No, that's what it means.
Efulefu, yes.
No. In actual sense.
Efulefu.
I had French classes, so.
Which one?
Intentional French classes.
I know they talk of the French way they.
No. The French you're speaking is
no.
that.
The real French is Efulefu means on a door like good morning.
That's not
the
correct.
one you are talking. It's
not correct.
You will Cotonou person teach you how to speak French.
Come on, at least I know that this
I
one.
Was taught
at
by
least this one I know is not correct.
I was taught by Jean-Claude Van Damme.
You say that's why
Claude.
The name is even wrong,
Damme.
but
you know
your French is in error. Yeah.
To get up will be like this.
I used to watch.
It's from Ogoni
when I was a lot younger.
Come on, get away there. It's one of the Ogoni 9.
You mean it?
Yes, Van Damme.
That's why the French is even in a worse shape.
Yes, they kill him.
It's in a very terrible shape. Who killed him?
Abasha. May their soul continue to rest in peace.
Amen.
They fought for the land. Now those ones be the real freedom fighters in the face of King what be that man? Nebuchadnezzar.
That your uncle.
Yeah, Nebuchadnezzar.
That your uncle, yeah?
No, he's from Igbo. He said the 3 Igbo boys, if they not bow down for a master, you know master now. Master will carry structure. So if you not bow down for structure, you die here. The boys they say no. Actualization. Hey, Jesus, English go kill me. Self-actualization and control of resources. Now they fight for. He tell them, I go throw una inside bonfire. They no care. They throw us for bonfire. And they die.
Very
to
brave.
Save UNEP report.
Very brave people.
I'm telling you. To save UNEP report and bring high prep to Ogoni. You see now.
To lay structure.
To make I die.
Will you do that kind of
thing? It depends on the area.
I did not say you should die, yo.
It depends on the area.
Will you do that kind of a thing?
If to say na Diop, they no agree me die. About be there plenty there where they just down.
So
for Diop, boys they die for themselves. They no agree people like me to die. Then they look the area.
So you're afraid of dying?
No, not death fear me. Dying a small thing. Everybody feel die now.
But death they fear you.
No, I know if you die. I know if you death.
Okay.
Generalize.
Now you say make I no generalize, and that's why
okay,
I say
sorry.
Make we put on one place.
No, the member reject
the House of Assembly member.
The House of Assembly member. Say what?
Say now he say now he give the bicycle, and he say no be only bicycle he give. So he give many other things.
A whole local government period. December.
Everybody come back.
We from us a period. December,
Everybody come
back. We from us, I come build finance houses. People have the finest houses in River State, considering the size of the community. No carry us play. Now,
nobody they argue.
Governor Sim they do. You got the suspicion. So
why your conscience?
First. Governor Sim now they do ring road. Now you don't drive into the town anymore. They don't.
When them go start the ring road?
We don't. I drive on the other day. I go burial now.
That's in Opobo now.
Wait, yes.
Oh, they don't start to go side.
Not the Port Harcourt ring road.
We don't drive the entire.
Is it the Port Harcourt ring road?
I say ring road.
No, Port Harcourt ring road.
I'm talking about what because I'm Port Harcourt.
Oh, sorry.
Port Harcourt.
Why you say you want to do ring road now? Ask you say which side?
No, Port Harcourt no be ring road now.
Port Harcourt ring road now. Port Harcourt ring road.
Okay, now true. I forget.
I want to look you now whether Opobo ring road. They separate.
No, our ring road.
Yeah, okay. When I get ring road inside the map, oh boy.
The last government is the government of Green Road. Ring road of Green Road.
Ring road small. If when I get ring road for Opobo, then this one should be Bangu. Hey, big pass.
Necklace road.
Abi?
The
ordinary ring small.
The one from Njeman's and I
talk
from UTC.
Well, to Bangu because ring go small. For all this local government where they say the thing go ring road.
No, our main ring road.
But you just a temporary ring road.
They run two temporary side where they pass first. They make the main one. Make one a double length. 8 cars can pass.
Why are they building that kind of road in that
kind of place? Who they go there?
Who's going there?
Yeah, you even talk and say all of them.
You're all living.
All of us.
So why are they building that kind of road?
The people
it's waste of money.
It's a waste of resources.
Waste of resources. Why are they doing it?
No wonder they stop the project.
You ask the question. Can I answer the question?
Yes.
It's rhetorical. It's rhetorical.
It's not rhetorical. I want to answer it.
Go ahead.
I want to answer it automatically.
Fantastically.
Fantastically. Opobo is a tourist city. Naturally. Yes, the way God created that place, give us. We even get river embankment where we say, if you sit down by the river, coconut trees and hang around the river.
That's
if you from Ikora Pass, you take boat to the come, you say Opobo go to Hawaii.
Wow.
Try. Wow.
Only now the wave will not get. Our river is big but peaceful.
So it's local Hawaii. Local Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Very important places. You get university.
You do?
And they ask where I get from the Buguma.
Don't
talk nonsense about my town. I will not give you that chance.
No.
It's an island.
Oh.
Peter Ojili started the road. Through where big head. And that mean come 8 o'clock. Through where big head. And that mean come 8 o'clock.
What do you want to do?
It's a craze. I was at the 5th anniversary. Now tomorrow. Now, I don't go promote my sister of the woman. The last born of the woman.
Thank God. Now because of you, I come here.
Thank God.
Thank God. Now because of you, I come here.
Thank God.
I don't hear about funky for since. And I plan to come disgrace you. So
Michael said I be the best student.
For where?
Wait.
Talk am for my front.
Michael said the way it takes a pass mass.
For where?
I heard it too. I heard it.
Ask am who be the math teacher.
He said one woman will go get beleko.
That means say no enter class.
No, Mrs. Tony.
Why you say na simple things like this?
Okay. Give me how many figures of speech where you know.
Part of speech.
Figures of speech. Metric.
You know, they don't confuse you.
Okay. You don't know it. The metrics in the talk.
You don't know it.
Neo. You know Neo. Neo and Morpheus. You know where? You know Grace. I watch Matrix 1, Matrix 2.
You don't know it.
I know Matrix.
But you know that English evolves.
Figures of speech now.
We have semantics. We have syntax.
No, semantics. It
has been updated. You don't know that it's updated. There's matrix now.
Listen, we are school uniform.
Sorry.
Where your band? You're not complete. You're a foolish man.
Person wey leave school since 35 years ago. He say carry the bag. My class then na brand.
We will be brand and blue.
Brown. And na class blue.
Class
and yellow.
Blue.
And na
where they on that. So if this go there. Very articulate guy.
Boy.
Hey. Anybody with 87. Just telling one day.
With the fear the story. Anybody wey no one just could not.
That means the man left.
General Paul.
He come out with a structure.
Ain't get on bare. When they hang up, they carry waka. If ain't tell you, I will shoot him.
How you no go learn? When principal open barrier.
Okay, one of our classmates down the air.
Another way fill out.
YB.
Another way fill out.
Introduce yourself.
Yes, this leadership doctor is Today95.1fm. My name is Wadi Paul.
Oh,
native doctor.
Native doctor. Militant native doctor.
why
No, we get one guy name.
you know say na usher for my church now.
You know.
Now my church in there now.
Why
they carry gun come?
The time they sell marriage, you know those things go church.
The first day when you go mountain of fire, you peace will go.
Come, why be?
Now they say shoot the devil. Now the pastor gather up. Hey, leave devil.
They get one guy name when they call you after when you come school. What be that guy name? Hello? Don't go.
Why be don't come out?
You know.
See, what do they call an runaway soldier? He hate that name.
The guy they warrior.
So okay, thank God and what I say. Tell us why you're here.
Okay. My name now, thank God, is Zawata. Well, Ogolo know me very, very well. I was his senior in the.
How can you be my senior?
Wait, now we been in the same class. Hold on first now. Man, no talk. May I describe ourselves first? Huh? No, say na me sabi you pass everybody.
No talk rubbish.
I know. Just hold on. Okay.
What's on camera?
He was my classmate.
This is one television.
Now my classmate. The only thing we say we dey front in the back.
Okay.
Now we dey enter class. Them they stand for window.
I agree.
Now we be the good boys. Then they be the bad boys.
You are very correct.
So all the thing why they talk they concur.
I agree.
We enter Salamaris when school be school. You know where Salamaris dey. In fact, if you go Salamaris now, you go dey wish say he did back to those days.
When it used to be.
Yes, Salamaris was started in 1948.
Stella not promote.
Then we will come manage enter 1983.
Now we marry all the Stella now.
Don't marry the Stella, marry finish.
We come enter 1983 September. We manage come school reach 1988. We come graduate. One thing we dey unique for that our set. They say now we stop class 5. So anybody we go secondary school now where they are now SS, JSS, they carry extra like we did.
Can you imagine?
I know go don't talk am before. No talk.
I finished from 5 now from 5. Now from Adeo.
Go check.
Go and check.
Let's go.
Okay, no. Now we first set of SS.
That's small boys.
That's small boys.
First set.
No talk. Now
that means we punish you.
Can you imagine?
Oh, Dr. Hassan will punish you too.
So now we stop.
We become prefect from
class 4
yes,
up to class 6.
Yes. You know, so now be SS. So anything when I do next. So we will manage just stop for class 5, 88.
Yeah, true.
So you don't think we will leave school. So somehow now. Yes, this year and that time itself. What does the right work May June? We will write on for October, November.
Yes.
Now so our set day unique.
Now that the fail out.
So no, that set was unique. They just carry us so they could do the thing, break record, go.
No. Now when I follow, let my people go.
No.
System one. So the last set of the old school.
See the problem. That particular set, if you fail, problem there because the SS where you know follow from JSS, all those things, you're not gonna understand what they understand. They do introductory technology, we don't do. We will do integrated science where they're very focused. We get focus. But you see this introductory technology, they confuse because they can't build new buildings. Even the carpentry, they don't have on the machine, like you know they to use anything, all those carpentry things.
The machine they can't lost.
Because they don't want to make SS all the machine they carry everybody out.
The machine can't lost.
We read extra. We get that many carrots from May, June, reach November. We could read more to finish pass, everything. Complete and come on. Because if we fail, we don't go fit meet up SS them. So that was why we are unique.
We are unique.
And we passed all of us very well. No, only some way no pass complete. I know 1 or 2, but it's not for this discussion. It's not for this discussion. We'll go write GCE later. I know GCE is still there. Till today.
Yes.
GCE. No, now why I can know.
No, GCE day.
GCE still
okay. No, NECO. I NECO don't No,
GCE is private WAEC now.
Is this still there?
Yes.
GCE.
Yes.
You know how they take how they take no people write GC that time. We just dey for school, see people wear their clothes for house, their Christmas
normal clothes.
Come say they write exam.
Our school was the center.
Yes. Meanwhile, people like us don't want to write our exam. Now where enter.
So Kunle, don't be talking about.
Okay, so why you come?
Yes,
you come like say only on our school 9 days for this Port Harcourt.
No, now fail out people. Which other school find like Stella?
Go leave school, they jealous. Very soon we go punish her. You know that junior boy. In our days, at that time we senior and junior they reign. Hey! If they come like this, junior boy see senior boy, you don't run away now. That was when school be school.
This boy nearly kill us for school. He was health prefect.
Now my position. Oh, no, I didn't know you're my.
If you see,
you're my medical colleague.
If you see, person don't know nothing about paracetamol. If you see fine sick, this boy give us medicine.
But
they don't give me one.
You know say some prefects that time prefect position na just for name.
What do you mean?
No, what I mean now, you say health prefect. Health prefect don't be doctor.
When they give medicine.
Health prefect now just to answer health prefect.
Now like when I give medicine.
No, they check hostels, they check people where they get. Yes, we get first aid bus. Where we go carry from Ministry of Health. This side the first aid bus na Fensick. Paracetamol no dey that time. Na Fensick.
I know Fensick now.
Fensick, aspirin.
Cafenol.
No, Fensick make you well again.
Leave the advert. You drink them.
Yes,
you know Cafenol.
I know Cafenol.
You know
what do you call Cafenol?
Cafenol na the other Fensick na blue and
just
white
tell them
and
white. Just tell them white.
Cafenol na get like pink.
Which color is it to me?
The same color. You shut up.
Wait, this color.
Because whether you know na cataflam them, you know. You know even the paracetamol.
I know. All of them now paracetamol. You know. That's why I need to have paracetamol.
You know Cafenol. They write the L day like this for the end. The way they wrote the L.
If you have seen advert, you have seen advert. Did you drink it?
Yes, now Cafenol.
Cafenol with
the color inside na pink.
Okay.
Now pink.
Show me
when you open them. The color.
How do you drink Cafenol? There are two ways
to drink Cafenol.
Yes.
Either you put it in your mouth and drink water, or you drink water and put it inside.
Kule are the bad boy.
With the evil liquor. Listen. With the evil liquor Cafenol.
It's sweet.
It's sweet.
Like,
now you know. I don't drink that. You know.
Is this a little like vitamin C? That's not vitamin C no day.
Vitamin C.
So why you call it vitamin C?
No, it's like vitamin C. Wow, that's small. That color vitamin C. That's
Cafenol is small.
Very small.
The time you go school, now they play counter ball.
I play nearest to the wall. I play counter ball.
You play button.
Yes, now.
Okay.
We play cassette. That inside of cassette. That's this.
Come, don't cassette. See how our children come visit us. They know cassette.
This is video game generation. This video game generation.
You play photo chingom.
Photo chingom.
You know even know.
On a photo different from
you know what mean photo chingom?
You know what mean photo chingom first?
Yes.
What it be?
There's a bazooka.
Bazooka different. Bazooka Joe.
You get the one they call football own. You get motor own. Then you get a musician. All those 80 grand. All of them. You go see all those people they sing down there.
Where did you see the picture?
Inside the
chingom. Bazooka. No. Bazooka Joe. This
bazooka
one
chingom. They wrap around.
Yeah, they wrap around the
body around the chingom.
There is car. There is football. There is different kind of the basketball.
No, be that one.
They wrap around inside the chingom.
No, they argue with us. Bazooka
only 1 year. Which one we know they argue with?
No. Our 1 year no be joke.
I say it's 1 year.
Only 1 year.
One year. It sounds like 5 years.
Thank you.
It like 10 years.
It sounds like that.
You play as if na 10 years.
That's the way it's sounding.
Why are you arguing?
Now because say na Port Harcourt things. If I bring Lagos level come here, na go fear me.
Bazooka
5 years. Some of these boys were this children with our back.
No, even this one.
Anniversary, we will leave second.
Not trying.
No, we are celebrating. They start today. No, they start today because everything don't conclude. In fact, this is not the first.
You wear uniform already.
You see, as I wear uniform now.
Then they go trek. If they say trekking from where?
What does the trekking go do for now?
It reminds us of how we've been able to.
It don't tell you now how road guests they wait for us here.
Oroko
guests.
No, Oroko did this side.
Then Baptist boys don't already there for Lagos bus stop. Fight will come out today. Those days now fight now.
But out of jealousy,
jealous.
Editorial
person will come join.
There's a bit jealous.
Meanwhile,
We too fine.
what did they cause the problem that time? Because we and Harbour they close.
Near each other.
And so Stella marries and Harbour don't marry already. Then Baptiste go leave Borokri.
Where they do?
What come?
Gary Market.
Come through.
Come to come hustle our Harbour guests. We don't like that kind, you know. So no.
And that time
we don't care. We don't care.
Good see, you know that day, those days now just friendship.
Friendship.
And they fight when they fight that time. No be these days.
Now
fight.
just beefing.
That time I fight when you fight, they call it racking.
Rakanja.
One blow.
Rakanja. No, you call Rakanja. Rakanja means you don't happen.
You don't happen.
Rack. I go rack you down.
And that time when you come house, your eye goes solo, your pass your pass go no say yes. My begin not go defend himself.
Okay,
not so, today.
So
we they celebrate our 35 years when we leave school. Today we just come to tell people say we're gonna hear our voice. We still there and we still there.
That's good. Though.
So when we leave here now, they go Stella Maris. People don't dey there. They go now. They wait for us. Wow. So we'll go there.
I think it is here. They don't send me text though.
Say.
Ogolo, good morning. We're angry. Oh. You people are projecting your school without fear of Baptist boys.
That's what the beefing they test that too.
That's so.
Soki, no verse. Now play with the play. Or don't start. Now so they hate.
Or don't set too.
I tell you, so they wait for us for Lagos bus stop. So today, no, when we go to school today, we they go do like say we don't come back. We go sit down for class. Then come learn maths, learn English, learn history, learn economics, then finish. When we finish learn, then we'll come tell the school that we will feed do for the school.
Play ball.
Then no, with uniform.
Now,
our ball now for evening they play ball. So tomorrow we supposed to play the ball, but because of one thing, we can't remove it. So when we finish today, when we finish for the school, we'll come go across the road. They know home for the elderly. Those people, elderly people there because we know say we go reach there. Okay. So we won't go enough for their daughter. They say we're gonna try. God go keep on alive. We're gonna collect. Then when we finish there, we'll come go tomorrow. Tomorrow around 5 p.m. Now I go talk the venue now, but because we don't get bouncers. Okay. Last week we no get. I'm making no talker. So the venue now autographed Diamond Hall for Sani Abacha Road. GRA.
I know back door.
Bouncers they plenty.
No back door now.
And so the bouncers could date here. Then as they come, you show your card, you enter. We get people who invite, like our national president. We also invite the school authority, and then we invite posthumously family of our principal at that time, 1J.
Okay.
Chief him. Unless you call 1J. So in family, if one person from a family go come.
In some numbers, we became one bike way in the assembly.
Okay, that time.
So when they
bike way, Papa, when they enter, when they go school, Papa they flog them for our front.
We not even tell them say 1J, anything 1J come chapel. Everybody knows say something go happen. The next thing go, yeah, don't talk. You can't say he's a stupid boy. He's a useless boy. He can't be good to himself. Please come out and go shout. 4 boys should come and hold the whole hog.
The whole place.
Hold him. You go see we have 4 boys who come jack him.
One leg, one hand.
Stretch you.
If it's a flog.
One dog go use muscle the flog.
Sure.
2K now the hold. I go like boy.
Alright.
So now we want to do tomorrow. Then Sunday, Sunday we'll come go back again for 40 years, 50 years, 60 years, 70.
Now you go do that 70 years.
Yes.
Where bro? Then
bro, Mike.
No, bro. That mess. See, we just school they call our classmate bro.
To tell you say now you got like
no, I tell you height is different that time. Height is different.
In a crack, everybody will beat them. In classmate too, no the prefects. They avoid
them. Because we prefect that time in the class.
But the bro do us. No need money that bro story.
Anyway,
nobody needs to call a classmate bro. It's like this your teacher now. It's your classmate. Now people will go war, civil war, come back. When they return from during the war, school nothing. This Ojuku not do us good. During the war, no
It's not measures history Ojuku.
So during the war, When they finish now, they won't go enter ministry work. They say, where your certificate? They no get.
Now that time they all go school.
They bring wallpaper. That is. Then they tell them, say, they go enter.
Certificate of discharge.
Of Nigeria, of Biafra Army. They don't say Biafra Army, they only give a certificate. They know adopt, they know absorb them.
Nah, they call them win the war soldiers.
Win the war
just carry them come, make them win war.
They don't employ them.
Now they finish. Nobody employ them, they pursue them. Now they won't go Ministry of Labor and Productivity to go find work. Because they want certificate. They don't get right and then come school. My brother.
Some of them senior teacher.
Sir Victor Fingers tell us one story from Krega Grammar School. When they come school, the principal say your girl for happy. Principal in school wrong. As class 1 student. Class 1 student. Principal call chapel for OG. Say everybody rise. Now your girl for happy. Sit down, they look at me. Rise. Principal leave school wrong.
Principal, remember what your guy do for?
Oh yeah, so on Sunday they go to Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Calm down. Stella Maris is a senior school. They are looking at us. They are doing well. They are learning.
Now they are done 35 years from now.
Do you know when they will be 35 years after school? Not be now. They will do the same thing.
That they will pass out now. Not be on our way fail out.
By then, this boy will don't become the new Tinubu. Then this one will become the new.
When this boy then go be like Sim when they
no, this one there go be like Mickey. This one will hold back. He go be like Mickey.
This guy go to some structure. You will get structure. You go hold your structure. Nobody will near your structure.
He go to Abuja hold his structure.
For the whole one.
Say anything you want to do, but don't touch my structure.
Sing with our wives.
Okay.
And
who am I coming with?
Stella marries.
Stella don't marry now. Stella marries.
All right. Kule, because of you, we will invite you. Even when you come, may you know say you are coming in the midst of your seniors. So we can ask you to kneel down.
No talk nonsense.
We can ask him to kneel down, lie down, pick a pin, go wash toilet. Give you V-cut. You know V-cut?
Yes, now grass will go cut to go like this.
As in they cut in the wide.
And that time now for night, others go to sleep. You go for feed.
Very wicked prefect, this boy.
Principal they pass. When principal one day pass you, don't mind him. He's a stupid boy. He's a bad boy. That's why they are punishing him. So they to do. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Michael will give you more work to do.
Good, you go watch out for Funky 4 TV tomorrow on tomorrow evening.
Come on. First lap up, Abi. Now you want to sit down. Oh boy, these boys are real students. See their shoe. No be Michael there. Wear sandal or Mata shoe. See this. Now what do you wear for school with this? Egyptian sandal.
Both of you can use this.
Okay. Come close.
Alright. Oh yeah, come and sit with me. Come and sit here. You're like my son.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have wonderful.
Okay, you part of this program.
Greater tomorrow children.
You better come around here.
See, just share with madam. Yes.
No,
stay there, share with madam.
Camera purposes.
They will share. They will see them.
Let him come this other way. In between the two chairs. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, who is them? Sorry. Who are them?
Who are you? Introduce yourself. Let's get to meet you.
Okay, good morning, Port Harcourt, good morning, River State. It's good to be here. We are from Clover Hall International School. My name is Ini Upong, and I am their consultant. So I have here with me our director and proprietress, Mrs. Ufort, and then I have our wonderful children here as well.
Clover Hall
International School. ER. Clover.
Wow. Yeah. Nice name. So you are here, madam.
Madam, who are you?
Okay, my name is Miedum Ufot. I'm a daughter of River State, actually.
You're welcome. You're a teacher in the school.
I'm the director.
Oh, you get the school. Oh, correct, madam. What is Clover Hall?
Why the name?
Why did you choose Clover Hall? Is there anything special about why you chose that name?
Yeah, because when we are working with, when you're molding lives, you're nurturing lives, you're nurturing children. They are like plants in your hands. And clover is a plant that thrives all year round. In fact, a country like Ireland, they have the clover plant as one of their national symbols. That's why they talk about it's like a good luck plant for them. You know, they have it. They call the 4-leaf clover, you know, for good luck and all that. So the clover is a plant that is actually just like we have water leaf everywhere.
Okay.
Clover is that kind of plant that thrives everywhere.
All right. Okay, so why are we here?
Okay, we are here today. We want to talk with us for the world of today. We are all aware that the world has changed. I was showing them a picture yesterday, which we all know, with CDs. Those people that sell CDs lined up on the wall, on the floor, everywhere.
Studio, yes.
Just markets now, rumors anywhere. You just see that CD everywhere. Then when you want to watch any movie, you say you have you have Mission Impossible, you have this and that. You start searching, you start asking. Right now, those kind of places are now out of business.
Exactly.
Because on your phone there's Netflix. There are other channels. DSTV is there. They were amazed as I was just them. I say 4 o'clock, we used to sit down and wait for TV to come on. And they were just laughing. That my daddy said 4 o'clock people used to wait for TV to come on. I say yes, so then it will be hazy. Then once the line starts showing, we get hopeful. Then we now hear national anthem. Then we do cartoons first, entertain the children, and they were amazed. You know, but there's so much disruptions right now in the world, and the model of education we have now, you know, was made for the industrial revolution, third industrial revolution, where we started having assembly lines, production lines, and so education was for routine task. So if your work was to just man a particular machine, you were trained for that. You know, and our generation grew up and they say, oh, go to school also, you come out and be doctor. Go to school also, you'll be this. Just regimented, and that's what that's the model of education that the world is running on in most underdeveloped places, and the world has moved away from that.
Far away.
So traditional education is no longer working. Right now, if you're going to look for a job, they are not asking you for your certificate. Yes, education is important as a foundation, but nobody is asking you for that anymore. What they want to see is the skills. They will interview you. Right now, you don't even need to travel. A Zoom call, a Google Meet call. You're doing live interview and they're asking you to prove that thing you say
you can do.
And so I keep telling parents that yes, the children should have good grades, but emphasis should shift from just academic grades to empowerment and skills. That's why in our own school, you know, we have a lot of enrichment programs from our STEM. In fact, our teaching is based on STEM. STEM is the acronym for science, technology, engineering, and math. Everything we do goes around that. In fact, even down to maths, when they want to learn, is by practicals first, activity-based. Our time, they flog us and force us to cram formulas. And sometimes we do not even understand why those formulas...
Almighty formula.
We didn't even understand what those formulas were for. But you see, children are learning multiplication now, right from nursery 3. They are already learning multiplication, but not 2 times 1, 2. They are learning that multiplication is repeated addition. That 2 plus 2 plus 2. Is it not the same thing as 2 times 3? The children don't need to cram, but they are seeing the process. So education has changed. So we have STEM programs, we have digital literacy programs. In fact, all of our children here, they are so, because we run a blend of the British and Nigerian curriculum.
Okay.
And the British curriculum is more of an international standard curriculum. So most of our core subjects, we use that. So even things like computing, we are not, if you see, I'm not trying to run that in Nigerian curriculum, but you see maybe in the Nigerian textbook, they are still learning parts of a computer in primary 5 in JS1. Meanwhile, the British curriculum, by year 3, year 4, the children are working with spreadsheets, they are working with Microsoft Word, they are making their slides by themselves, they are doing coding. Coding is in the scheme, direct, you know, and these are some of the things we do. When it comes to extracurricular. In fact, that young lady there, I told you at the door, she's a karate orange belt.
Yes, you tell me.
She's a karate orange belt. If not that we are on air, I would have shown you some of her videos. The last time they were in the dojo and she was giving. Yes, she has been on karate program for about 5 years now. So she started much younger. He is also on yellow belt, but should have been on orange belt, but he's on probation. You know, and we are our karate program.
Karate, they teach them.
That is part of our extracurricular program.
Wait, let's talk with them. What's your name? Talk to the microphone.
My name is Tara Boma Orawari.
Wow.
I saw now they teach them English.
What's your own name?
Why do I not know this?
No, talk to the mic.
My name is Obina Edika.
And what is yours?
My name is David Odunzi.
Wow, you people speak like British people.
You speak like me.
How long can I be? Nonsense and fantasy.
Good. So talk to us. So how do you enjoy your school? What are you learning? What is special to you in school? You talk with us first.
I really enjoy the extracurricular clubs we do.
What do you do, correct? Can you beat me?
Yes.
Really, you can beat me.
Her kicks, she was giving the idea. She kicked the baton or whatever. The thing flew away. I was like, if this thing hits somebody's neck, don't play with her.
Wow. You, orange belt, can you beat me?
Sorry, no, the orange belt is on a pineapple belt.
Can you beat me?
I don't know.
Very good. Yeah, you make you know. But you know what we say, go beat me. Small people like you.
All right, so
what about
how
you?
is your
Are you in
learning?
karate too?
No, I'm not.
What are you in?
I'm in other extracurricular clubs, like I'm in science club and I'm in young engineers, and I'm also in music club.
You can sing?
Yeah.
You
Anyway,
can play
But you can play instrument. What instrument do you play?
I can play recorder, I can play piano, I can play guitar, some small guitar.
Seems beautiful.
And
All right, so madam, time no day.
So,
Sorry,
okay.
where is your school? I'm really interested.
Okay,
honestly.
before I talk about the way of the school, is one last thing. Then our special needs support program, children with learning delays and disabilities, is one of our. We also have provision and programs for that. Our extracurricular program. We're one of the first schools to run the Abacus program, because it really helps with math. You know, that's what the Chinese and Indians and the Asians have been using to when they go for competitions, they're always the top in math because they can visualize math because of the abacus. And like I said, karate, dance, we have dance, they do ballet and contemporary. We do so many things. Life and business skills. You see, we do vision board, goal setting, setting smart goals. We basically make sure our children are empowered.
All right, madam.
So we are at Elekaya Housing Estate.
Inside the estate.
Inside the estate. Elekaya
When is your admission? When is your admission on?
We have another set of admissions coming up in January because this year is almost out. So
we are currently taking admission for January term, for next term in January. So admission is on right now. Yes.
So how do we get to the admission?
Okay. We get to call you
it's
to
simple.
find out.
It's simple. You can reach us on phone on 0703 0703 100 3537.
Again?
0703 100 3537.
What's the second number?
0818 718 2258.
Again?
0818 718 2258.
Okay.
You could see the school where Michael go, and this one.
Have you seen our book that we last end of session, the last year 5 set? He was there then. They put together
this one.
Yes, their books, and he was one of the chief contributors.
He's one of the
authors.
That page you are holding is his.
He wrote so many. He was one of the chief contributors.
One of his
poems. We would like him to.
Okay, see what we'll do. We actually didn't start on the right time. So we will allow the news to go. Then we will give you another 1 minute to allow him read this poem.
Okay.
And then we'll conclude on that.
Okay.
Let's allow the news.
Talk radio.
I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
Whether it's happening in Port Harcourt, South South, Nigeria, or around the world, we've got you covered. On air, online, delivering balanced news and unbiased analysis. Today, 95.1 FM.
Today, 95.1 FM. Port Harcourt. News update.
A very good morning to you. Here is the news update on Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. I am Kelly Ikembenjima. The chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, Professor Yakubu Mahmood, has provided a fresh update on how far the commission has prepared for the off-cycle governorship elections in Bayelsa, Imo, and Kogi states. The INEC boss noted that this is the first time in Nigeria's history that these elections are held on the same day and across 3 geopolitical zones of the country, that is, North Central Kogi, Southeast Imo, and South-South Bayelsa. He called on INEC officials, both regular and ad hoc, to demonstrate the highest level of patriotism and professionalism, stressing that the commission is not a political party and has no candidate in the election. The Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC, says it has deployed its operatives to monitor the Saturday governorship elections in Bayelsa, Imo, and Kogi State. The spokesperson of the commission, Azuka Ogugwa, said this in a statement in Abuja. According to her, the commission's operatives have been deployed to the 56 local government areas and 649 wards in the 3 states where the election would be held. Ogugwa said the operatives were to, among others, monitor and prevent vote buying and other electoral malpractices at the various polling units during the election. The Imo Elders Council says there should be consequences for the action of the organized labor in Imo State. The group yesterday described as unprecedented the action by the Nigeria Labour Congress NLC and the Trade Union Congress of Nigeria TUC, banning flights in the state and shutting down electricity in protest against an assault on the NLC president, Joe Ajaero. One of the elders who addressed the press in Owerri, the state capital, Senator Chris Ayanwu, said the wise thing for Ajaero and Labour to do is to go to the round table with the government and resolve all outstanding issues. Ajaero was attacked in Owerri last Wednesday just before a planned protest in the state to press the state government to heed the demands of the workers in the state. The NLC and the TUC had since ordered a shutdown of essential services in Imo as protest for the attack on Ajaero and declared a nationwide strike effective November 14, 2023. 2 persons have been killed and 7 others injured following a clash between Fulani and vigilantes in Beji Weekly Market in Boso local government area of Niger State. Residents said the incident happened on Wednesday evening at the market. The injured persons are currently receiving treatment at the primary health care center in Beji and Agrarian community with a national livestock and grains market. The assistant head of medical services Beji Primary Health Care Center, Aliyu Yusuf, said that 9 victims were brought to the hospital with various degrees of bullet wounds. He said that 2 were confirmed dead while the remaining 7 victims, all Fulani, were responding to treatment. On the foreign scene, the U.S. Department of Defense Deputy Spokeswoman Sabrina Singh says since the U.S. airstrike on a weapons depot in eastern Syria the day before, there has been 4 more attacks on U.S. forces in the region, 1 in Iraq and 3 in Syria. Singh said so far there has been 46 attacks on military bases with U.S. soldiers in the 2 countries since mid-October. 24 attacks have been taking place in Iraq and 22 in Syria. She revealed that 56 persons were slightly injured and all of them have since returned to duty. The U.S. military carried out another airstrike in eastern Syria on Wednesday in response to the recent attacks. The target was a weapons depot that had been used by Iran's Revolutionary Guards and their allies. And that's the news update on Today 95.1 FM. I am Kelly Ikembenjima. Good morning. Thank you for your time.
Radio has never been this good. Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
Okay, Clover Hall International School.
Please.
Them still there with us. Now, okay, no more to speak Pidgin, you want to spoil this.
I tell you.
Okay,
So,
they're still with us. Now, my friend will read his poem.
We wrote a book.
He wrote a book, Rhythms
So
in
the year,
Adventure.
the class 5 year of 2023,
They wrote a book. Namo no follow our hand here. Because children and Mona no verse are different from us. So let's hear your poem. Read it the way you wrote it so we can follow it.
Okay. The name of this poem is Peaceful Night. The stars are twinkling bright from a faraway heart. The moon is filled with light, and it's such a delight. In the night, the flowers close up tight. It's the last thing I see tonight. The time of peace and rest begins, and cool air falls on my frame. Night, oh night, a time to rest and sleep. When you take a break like a calm sheep. When we sleep.
New money?
No. We try. Tinkle, little. One name for you.
All right, so
thank you.
What do you do?
Do something for us.
Yeah,
say
do
anything
something.
that will be exciting.
Yeah.
Maybe
As
say
you're learning
anything
in school.
what you learned in school.
The karate program has it helped you?
Tell us.
If I shout ha, you won't run.
You do hey.
So if you have a bro in your class, you won't be afraid of me.
No.
Okay, so
special.
So nobody can take away your structure.
Nobody can take away your structure.
One of the other things we do at our school, because of the special needs students, yes.
Nicely.
Yes.
And you don't curse.
No.
It's not allowed in school.
No.
Do you punish? What class are you?
I am in JSS 1.
Yes, 7.
Yes,
Okay.
7.
Yes, 7.
7.
Yes.
You understand.
I bet come to my level. No
It's year 7.
Year 7 that we call it, but you said JSS
all
1.
of you same class.
No.
What class?
I'm a 5th grader.
What does that mean?
Class.
Sorry, what's your own now? What's your own now? This one is a bit correct their papa.
All right. So once again, you said the school is in Elekaya Estate.
Housing Estate.
Elekaya Housing Estate.
And
Plot
to reach you-
18 3rd Avenue, Elekaya Housing Estate.
Okay.
So right now, because we know that some learners have already enrolled in other schools, and for those who want to have 703, we have some discounts that's available, so that those who are interested
When
can
they call you
adopt.
Messi books.
Those of you that are doing engineering, you've seen how a radio house works, right?
Yeah.
Physically, you've seen how a radio house works, and I'm sure you're learning how radio works.
Okay.
It's science, right? It's physics actually. The transmission from how you're here. Look at all the crew members. So now you see how TV works. Small girls.
You want the way failures.
We are 88.
As I don't old rich like
They're
The ones
small
we feel
girls.
small girl.
You're the small girls now.
94.
All right, thanks for coming.
All right. Thanks so much.
We are so happy to have you.
Wow.
Okay.
See as the children they speak English.
Gule, sometimes monkey for people think we are just like all these Okrika waterside people, all those things. Now, see our level.
Are they far from the truth?
Yes, very far. Can't you see?
You want wait for us for outside?
Wait for us outside. Don't for us. Call again.
What is happening now?
I beg when you
Police arrest them.
You go talk with them.
Police arrest them.
I know they won't make me officer. I know they like all these children.
No, but we don't want to talk about police. We just wait for the day where police PRO go.
Tomorrow is
we have a new police PRO.
No, we have new CPO.
Oh, sorry, I say new CP. Police PRO. New CP. Now I want to talk. We have a new CP. It's a Yoruba man. Omoluabi.
Now Tunji Disu.
Omoluabi.
Blind all those Kwara side in from. Children no one call again more Liban now.
You know if you come.
So, how do you come and chew chewing gum inside microphone? Come on, get that. And you're comfortable.
I don't tell you, come on, get out. Come on, get out.
How do you do that?
Come on, get out.
I don't get it. Those people that chew chewing gum, na prostitutes.
A male prostitute. It's a male prostitute.
How do you chew chewing gum? Okay, stop now. It's dirty. Stop it. It's annoying.
You there, Jones?
Huh?
You there, Jones?
We go scatter this place.
Scatter now.
Please. Let's not scatter this place.
After the thief money build this station.
Hey, don't go there. Don't go there place.
I don't understand.
I met you that. I say I met you. He talk. I bet you
I
say.
don't even call name.
I bet you say which politician is not a thief. And sit down begin up again. Even angry that I accepted to come and talk.
And he's talking. And he's talking.
Say the man that organizes this, he called the man name, knows that my publicist is not happy that I'm talking. But I have to say something. Nigerians have one problem. Nothing happens.
No matter what you do.
No matter what happens. Say in 2015, I was fighting the government. They brought police. If they have killed me, if they have shot me and killed me, nothing would have happened.
Before anything happened. You know.
When they do
When carry on ginger, go front. Anything happen.
When they do Rambo up and down.
He can confirm to me completely. Say the Okereka. If to say we died there.
Nothing for happen.
Nothing plus all the things
Nothing for happen.
Nothing happened. Nothing happened.
Everything happen.
So I said, so this man knows anything happen for this country. Nothing happened.
Let me tell you something. If you die,
which police talk say, which person where no fake certificate? He said, how many of us went for NYC? So which politician went for NYC? Nothing happened. Now I say, who allowed this man? Talk again. Boss out.
No, this
is
you're structureless.
Right now,
no way to measure you.
All in structure.
Typical structure has been structurized.
Has been
structurized.
When house fall. What also
it has been structurized. That entire structure, which was structured in the structure of cubicle structure, was redeployed to structure in the structure of the weak structure,
structureless,
which seem now is trying to destructurize my brother structure.
Now Samson, for Bible Samson.
Come, let me
this one has structure. This one has Simpson.
Can you bring Chubike Matayao?
No being talk for
why get to talk?
Why get to talk? Not be
Who send them?
Nine talk.
You see this Ikwere people for this state. If Ikwere people don't kill us, we'll survive
forever.
We will look for a Moses that will take us out of this state. If I were going, Bobo is closer to Akwa. Let's go there and live.
I will take across the Red Sea.
That the Moses now. The Moses will bring a road.
We'll take out to Kono on the side.
Too far. Go through that road to the water side. We are coming to the water side. Use the road. Oh Lord, help us. Reverse people. The people want to kill us. Divide it. Let's go Akwa. We are tired. How many years? No, they put the warriors for
they almost don't enter again.
How many years? Only
I said they almost don't enter again.
How can they come and now come remind us? Say, let's say, and die. Nothing.
Nothing for half.
That was going to show we. See, if you talk 2015, when my ear did
we died economically now.
That's it.
Economically,
not 2015. And they have gone sad now for my ear. Go. So that's how we'll die. Nothing for happen. Shoot for this last protest.
Some die.
Somebody died.
So why they want the person we don't die?
Listen now. I don't not be the person that they want. I don't want the mobilists. Because to be said, nothing happened. Until today, nothing happened. And the mama,
they cry.
The poor woman, the boys, they mobilize, they protest, they walk out. That's it. Now, if the boy die, may they release the body now. The ones that they arrest 150 something people, they have released them. I just say some other than charge and go court to this one. If they fight, war. Say this. If you are around the state and anybody who is near you, please find a way and reach to the woman. Just a poor woman said the boy in they sell rice and beans. I'm thinking how somebody would say rice and beans. Leave your rice and beans shade. Go for mobilization movement. In the mobilization movement, anything can happen. Say what? We are mobilized.
Say my friend Chinedu call column.
Chinedu. We are mobilized to somewhere. We not come back normal. Some of us, our motor is burnt. Some of us, all our clothes finished.
economically since that 2015 till date, we will not normal.
Yes.
Now so mobilist movement day, if they come out for any political movement, just call people for on a compound. Or your sister tell us, I they go mobilist. If I come back, remain the same, thank God. If I don't come back, remain the same. I'm gonna take it like that. Now Governor Sim, help us.
Help this
Look
woman
for
find this woman.
This woman.
The Pekin.
Wherever they keep the Pekin, may they release them now. I'm gonna bury him. Give the boy state burial. He died for the state.
Yes. Yes. It's a state burial.
He died for father and son matter. And matter. It's not state burial.
So if the father no fit bury him,
son go bury him. So please, the woman they cry. Because if you listen to that woman, you go cry.
This is a touching.
Today, it's touching. So she don't go BMH. They shoot some people. They carry them go BM. She go there. Her son no follow. So those ones no die.
She go SIB. Go if a CID. Go here.
Her son no day. That son don't die.
Imagine a old woman they walk from station to station.
Now the commissioner they pass going.
They are sorry commoted.
I have told you that evil man is a very sensible man. See, you see this state?
Yeah. Commoted.
One, you go bribe to enter this state as commissioner of police.
Sometimes.
No, sometimes.
Sometimes.
All the time.
Sometimes.
All the time.
The Lord is good.
For instance, did not bribe.
All the time the Lord is good.
Mbu was brought for the Mission Impossible. He was paid. You know that film? I know. Mission Impossible. He read part 4. Yes, he was paid. Mbu was paid.
All the time the Lord is good.
Mbu did not bribe. He was paid to come.
They pay him. Now they pay him.
Service. Mbu service bribing. So not be all the time. Very good.
Some of them
are for mission. Some for mission impossible. So this make I wonder what's his name? When they don't Polycarp do election. He don't come since. Polycarp do election. He has been in River State.
And now he started to remove the cap.
He don't need time to come on the cap.
So he could not find this guy that killed
you have seen that. It's a Polycarp they do
say
show.
Nobody die.
Even they do show for what do they call it?
Operation Zero Crime.
Yes, that's a show.
And it's a
complete
die.
show. Nobody herself. Try. What did you do? Polycarp try. What does it do?
He tried tactically.
He tactically tried. On what now? If there is tactics.
Try
if there is tactics to curb unnecessary crime. Do you know that I was impressed when I see say the police people now they did different keke buses, different motor that way no get color. No, the line is quiet now. No, the line is quiet. So try now. That's sanitize. So try now. Sanitize. Okay. Try. Can he go?
He have go.
No, he don't go since. I never think. He reverse the weekend say. Every week they be working on police. So him. How many weeks say last?
He try now.
This one last reach months. No reach almost 1 year. Let's say no for no person. Let's say no for no person water. Nobody water for sure. What for sure? He know the one they pour the water. Right. He did not.
No, they say
he didn't give the order.
They no see say na go.
Na lie.
Say they no see.
Why is him go trek? Governor dey trek. Which kind trek?
They don't cordon. They don't cordon. Wetin dey our guy? Osuku say they cordon.
When you win. No, they don't
go clear road.
No.
They stopped his convoy.
The governor they come to clear road.
No APC. People will launch, and I know Atiku, you will not reduce your standard. Neither you to the 6 in Taraj will reduce. Each of you will check into a presidential suit of $25,000.
They calculate people money.
$25,000.
Get the right result.
They calculate money to the right result. If they calculate this money to result, it's not for win. Atiku, please come back. Let us leave Chakaban to rule. That's an it's just 4 years. It's just 5 years. See, nobody will die. Look at me now. From the beginning of my campaign, I've been wearing safari. Only black and black safari. Black safari. If you check that safari, 1 yard is 150 in India. Times 4. That's how much is that? 415 naira for the 4 years. They tell us It's my wife's brother. He doesn't charge. So look at it. Oh, if he has charged on it, and he would have charged 70,000. 70 plus the fine of the material. Yes, times 4 of the material. Now look at it now. If we use that money, we would have opened one shop. One tire selling shop in Onitsha. All this is what I'm saying. Go to Anambra State and verify. God, we don't need that kind of president right there. Don't do that kind of thing. Don't tell me that. We need him. Now, instead of him to follow Tuku Jinja, go marriage registry for Lagos. He did not go. I took a fight. A very fruit and nail. I took a fought a very fruitful fight. Obi did not do anything. Obi, sir, he don't do. You have tried. Please, what we are saying is this. Is it that people where the boy don't die, make them find way, Governor Sim, help the mama.
Make the mama see the body.
First, make them go bury the boy. Make them see the body. No, but mama don't work at the whole hospital and police station. Nobody. And the boy never come back.
Him get the picture of the boy.
Yes, him get. Now, him get the picture. I beg, if I not see him, let's give the boy a state burial. He fought for the state.
For father and mother.
For mother, papa and pikin. Case. Let's give him a state burial. Now, new commissioner of police. We understand say he don't come. Help us. Yeah? The whole one person take on a manchi down, a suicide down, till today, or never even see the manchi. Polycarp. I don't even know where they transfer you to. Thank you for coming.
Nobody did well.
Did I say did not do well?
The new CP were urging
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for coming, first of all. We know we'll find you something. Thanks for coming.
What do you mean by that?
Thanks for coming, we'll find something.
Polycarp pour water. They find out something.
This one will not pour
I
anything.
know say police say come, if you no vessel. I know say police get fire service truck.
No, not before fire service. Now for human
So
service.
that water they pour. All this while fire they catch for somewhere. Why did they go fire service come? Why police don't use that truck with water full? They go help fire to quench
that
fire.
truck is not for fire.
It's for what?
It's for firing human beings.
You have just seen the way the fire they move.
I'll say that to fire human beings.
If the truck they for this studio, the water they reach gate.
I'll say that to fire human beings.
So make it help quench fire.
No, now the human being will fire, not
Because the
fire.
government no get fire truck, service truck.
We get.
Which one?
Don't.
These are acquired.
I see one.
We get.
Don't get water.
We get.
Excuse me.
They get water. They don't even quench the fire for the.
God bless for
the House of Assembly.
Assembly. One finish.
Assembly.
Yeah.
Assembly born finish.
What are you
But they
talking?
use and quench governor and the people who follow governor.
Fire the catch for assembly.
Rivers State
They
get-
say that shell fire service they can quench.
Because
Meanwhile,
the police motor mount to fire down the people who won't control more fire. You know, so only one side burn, not be the full house.
no, inside the chamber, nine
Nine burn now.
So why that fire truck?
You know, go feel drive enter the chamber. Now chamber get, you know, see when steam go there, in waka left, waka right, waka, you get past it.
They don't get hose.
Which motor one reach there?
They don't get hose.
Furthermore, we get fire service for River State too.
Police fire service.
River State get fire service.
There's a department called police fire
Now,
service.
like, they don't get police fire. That one, a
Police
police,
State get fire service.
police human
For where
fire.
it dey?
He there for Aziporo Park.
Whose side?
No tire for the motor. We motor reach 4.
Stop that.
Tire no day. We get. Don't say we no get. The problem are the tire.
The
Why
tire.
the tire they spoil like that?
No,
Why
no,
they
no.
buy fake tire?
Let me get you clear. Do River State have fire service?
Yes.
Yes, we do.
Please.
And they have fire
Where
trucks.
is this situated?
Aziporo Park.
By entry of
Entry of
You
Aziporo
both
Road.
are confused. Oh.
Aziporo Park.
Good. As a border park.
Yes.
Whose side?
If you want to enter Holy Rosary side,
You will see it.
you will see it.
There's
fully,
one compound there.
fully activated compound.
They will get director.
Yes,
Director of fire
yes,
service.
yes.
they have 10 trucks.
10
trucks.
Yes.
5 don't spoil.
5
Don't
are the
spoil
engine.
permanently.
Engine spoil, they rotting
It's
there.
like, I want to hear from the permanent secretary. Are you the permanent secretary?
Yes.
Could you
I'm
director of
temporary-
fire?
he's a temporary director of fire.
Director of fire.
Director of fire.
Please, Pansy,
Yes, you see,
give us inventory.
You know, this is government property.
God bless you.
We are very careful with it.
As you claim,
once it has spoiled, we keep it for record purposes.
How many trucks on again? Fire
We have 10.
10
Wow.
trucks. 5. Wow.
5 are
Wow.
5 are kept there for record purposes.
Record. What kind of record?
They have spoiled.
Okay.
If you carry them away, tomorrow you go and call EFCC to come and arrest
What
us.
spoil? What is it?
The engine.
Engine.
We put oil. We didn't know the oil was leaking. So when we tried to drive to go and quit my one fire, you remember?
Yes.
When my one
is
bomb
very
fire.
close to you people.
When my one catch
It's
fire.
less than 1 minute drive.
You remember when my one catch fire? Before we move the motor to my to my one to show you how bad the thing was leaking.
Trucks?
You 3 trucks to
You are moving
deploy.
3 trucks.
Yes, to show you how bad the leakage was just from fire service. As I put it back to my 1 minute drive, the whole oil leak, the engine knock. We have to tow. Fire was still burning while we are towing the motor back.
Okay.
Because it's of no use.
So 3.
So we kept them so that tomorrow you will not.
What about the 7?
Well, I'm coming. 7. Excuse me, sir. If you have a question, allow me to explain.
Please.
Tomorrow you will not come and say the fire service motor, hey, we have taken it and we have sold it.
Ladies and gentlemen,
everybody can see
in case you don't know, hold on. In case you don't know, we are speaking to the permanent secretary, River State Fire Service.
On page.
He's here. He went for course in Dubai. He came back, so we are trying to get. Sir, he said remaining 7 trucks. That is
The remaining 5.
No. 3
engine
on their way to my one. Okay,
one minute drive. No, I'm coming. 5 was deployed for that movement. 2 didn't have water. So the 3 that have water knocked engine up. Climbing, you know the problem is that flyover climbing it's too high. The first people that did, the one we did now, you can easily climb. Yes. We was the old bagger. Okilo, flyover.
Please, ladies and gentlemen, the PAMSEC is here.
We are together.
Director of Fire
and Finance.
Okay.
Director of Fire and Finance.
No finance.
You see that?
Director of Fire. Fire and Smoke.
PAMSEC. So remaining 7.
2 usually don't carry water.
They just go. What is their work?
Their work is sampling.
It just
to show that they are ready. They don't need to come with water.
Siren?
Yes, the siren is the highest thing. All of them, their siren are very intact. You know, very foreign siren.
So what they are telling us that 5 went to fight fire.
Yes, 2
3 knock engine. So the 2 need to tow the 3
back home.
So where is the remaining 5?
The remaining 5 came as second batch.
They came actually.
Yeah, they didn't come for the fire. They came. They were supplied to us as a combat in Amechi's time.
Okay, what happened?
The problem is when they supply good trucks, foreign trucks,
very good,
siren working, but the tires they gave to us were bad tires.
So as we speak now, 5 of them no get tire.
No tire. We hang them on block.
On block.
They are hanging. You know. All of them are there for you to see, so that nobody will say we have stolen any truck.
Actually, only one be the work.
Okay, yes, go ahead.
But the driver no dey.
The driver no dey.
The driver no dey.
The driver of the fire truck for River State Fire Service.
Yes, the last time we call am, he go burial, carry the key go
of the truck. Please, River State people are listening.
He go burial for Enugu, carry the key go.
Na wife from Enugu.
As the mother-in-law die. As the mother-in-law die.
But PAMSEC, there's one particular truck. Once you pass that fire service, it's inside garage. It's always there.
It's monumental.
Is he okay?
No.
Or it's just there?
It's a monument.
That one no get battery.
It's a monument.
Yes, a monument.
That one get battery.
Okay, that one.
Yes, the former director collect the battery, go do inverter.
So it's just there facing the road.
It's a monument. If you have look at it now,
I'm saying
if you have a building of fire service and no truck is showing people
something like a logo,
like a logo
to show that truck, that one that inside the garage like a logo,
so that you see that the building is complete.
Something is here.
How do you have a building like that and no truck showing?
Yes.
Then another thing, the people that quench the fire, those firefighters,
yes,
they have one pole where they jump down from.
Okay,
like pole dancers.
I know.
Now they have to stay up To that up the AC got bad.
The last time I passed, they are playing draft.
I'm coming to why.
Okay, sorry.
The AC got bad. That up that
There
they
no
stay.
AC there.
No
I'm
breathing,
saying.
no nothing.
So.
And you don't breathe where do you quench fire? So they decided to buy Okwe. This draft bomb.
Draft, they
bomb.
pay.
It was one Calamari man that supplied it from Masagana Street.
They are playing draft.
Yes. It allows
Aisha is the Calamari.
Yes, that's supply.
Aisha is the Calamari.
I recommended him to supply.
Firefighters are playing
We
draft.
play so that they can stay under the tree and play Okwe. For them to breathe, they have to be alive to quench fire.
Allow fire service breather to breathe.
The worst thing that happened in that fire service is quenching of fire. The rule, the law, established enacted by the Riverside House of Assembly of 1979.
Yes, PAMSEC, tell us.
Of 1979.
Appendix what?
Have refused.
Appendix what?
Appendix B.
Good.
Have refused to be
activated.
Upgraded.
Motivated.
Per fire quenching.
Per fire quenching. What do you mean by per fire quenching?
Allowance for the workers.
Okay. How much?
Once they go to quench a fire, it's 7 kobo that was in the law.
7 kobo.
Today.
Sorry, sir.
You
Is it
to see it now. 7 kobo.
7 kobo.
Yes.
Okay.
Per fire.
Per fire.
Yes.
Times how many fire for the year?
Those days, you know, why the assembly said they will not improve on the money is they are afraid that if they make it 17 naira per fire, fire will be burning everywhere. There will be 3 fire per day. Times 17
naira. It means that if we increase allowance per fire fighting. 200,000 allowance per fire.
200,000.
Per fire.
That will burn that government. Secretariat will burn.
Now by myself, now go to fire.
See, it's a very simple thing, but don't say it on air.
Don't say it on air.
See what we will do. See what we do. Even you can benefit.
Can't we? Because of the economy, economical situation, can't we increase 100,000 naira per fire allowance?
Please. You see this in your shouting. Don't shout it in public. Even you can benefit. You can give you the contract of putting the fire. You'll be taking 30%. 30% of one fire. You will organize some boys. Their work is to
just throw fire.
Just throw fire. And let us know the areas you will throw. We will plan it week by week. Confess about road.
Can't we burn? As a Borough Park, very close to you.
No. It will not be a distance.
It will not be a distance. The money, the allowance will not be more. They say you quench fire in the neighborhood. So light fire in Obobo. Wow.
No, that's too far. Before we reach the whole town has gone down. Please, we will burn this Ikwere area.
Okay.
This Farga.
Robert Breaker.
Yes, we'll burn them.
I will light fire.
We'll light one place near Wike House.
That allowance will increase. You cannot burn that structure.
You want to increase that?
Yes, that is a government house.
Yes, you cannot burn that structure.
No, near there. There is a lawn tennis court at the back.
Yes, burn that area.
That area of the lawn tennis court.
How much per fire that one?
Now go this 1 million. You benefit your own work. You see, we will not worry.
Light fire.
Once you collect the money, we'll give you a 30%
of
any amount. You can convince the assembly to agree and make it.
Already the assembly is born now. Well,
nobody to make law.
Already the assembly we know now. It's born. Nothing to do there again. No need. You see this thing? Would they walk up backward? Would they walk up forward? Now when they do the road. So that when you walk like this, you go come back to where you start from. Now they come to ring road.
Come, everyone are ring road.
It never happened.
Anywhere it starts from.
You see why I tell you this is going to kill us? It never happened. To get they shot that assembly. Carry stick, knock everybody. Both the same trekking. No, to get that time, to get no trek. You carry rider. No carry rider with police people. Wow! They took over assembly. Simone in trek. As in trek, they come ba. Time Polycat. What's What's the former commissioner name?
Polycat.
There's one Polycat. Polycat. It's like they come. The Polycat see governor from say, hey,
Come on! Fire! Pump the water! What? The driver of that truck should be sacked. Of that police truck. Because how can he? As I said, that driver wicked. Instead of him to carry the water, they face one side. Now the governor side, they face what? They carry governor. Divert that this side. He turned the water again. What? They should sack that driver. All in work as police is driver. It's just like police band. I see one.
Is it the driver?
I see one DSP. It's the driver who directed
the
fire.
Driver,
The
officer that was controlling it now.
Wait. There is a fire.
There's a fire. There's a fire.
No, there's extra fire. Fire they up when they
controlling the
pipe. That guy should be sacked.
Now still be fiery.
Invest him. Wow.
No,
Sim Dutch.
you know not sim.
How can
they cannot sing?
Sim we
Sim
are
is small. Micro. We work with the micro.
So anytime we governors of Rivers State we are Jim.
That's problem.
Jim. You see that Jim?
Where are Jims?
Sim we are Jims and Christian.
Jims.
So they don't know.
And Pesca.
And this Papa's car.
So the fire.
How they want to take now?
The fire.
The fire. The thing now. One of the guy when they leave them.
That's so. Like I just said, all this is job boy. I was.
So if governor dodge the first water, do you stress policeman?
Now they fire and tear gas.
Now say don't. Fireman say don't dodge. You go Yahweh. If we carry the water, they push governor. Wow.
As governor pass the water, now they release.
They tell us the governor no bath that morning. Why won't force and to bath?
It's cleansed. It's one who cleanse.
I want governor to see come and speak. I red light say don't smoke it.
No, the tear gas.
The tear gas don't finish.
If not gas am.
If not be governor sim, I'll travel.
To where?
For medical treatment.
Medical assembly boys waiting the one.
After a tear gas, the fire Magnus Abbott tear gas. He traveled to India
for ice clearing.
For ice clearing surgery. Not the one we never see for this state.
We don't see everything.
We need to write the history of that.
We know. They're not saying we know. Did they all of us go sit down?
That's why they agree come meet us. That's why they avoid our
The fire is done that.
It done that. We go see for Cassiaris in hospital. Magnus Abbott lying state.
No lie what? No lie what?
Lying state.
Never enter state.
We are silent. Then they go carry those where they carry gun body. If they want to operation.
Somebody the fire tear gas.
Now for
MRI scan.
MRI for Bele.
Not what we don't go see. They put up MRI batteries everywhere. There's fire chef. Wear collar. Someone can collar. I'm in pain.
If anything happens to me, you push your TV. See, the one with the highest. Now Kogio.
I'm in pain.
Police arrest Gino. In close back, they carry we are the pass where three. Climb three, go down on top three.
Lazarus. No, is it Zacchaeus. Can we get up? Calm down. Jesus is passing. He said, I will not come down. It's on top this I will see Jesus.
So if you climb three like that,
never know when. The whole investment pass. When they tear gas, they carry Magnus with ambulance. Wait. Can't lie a mistake for Cassiaris. They can't cut that wire. Pin in chest, pin in eye, pin in brain. Tear gas,
no, they shoot a rubber bullet, they shoot a.
They don't shoot Magnus. They don't shoot her.
They in boys first right. They have killed Magnus.
They know that.
They have killed another Ogoni. This is Ogoni something. They are killing all of us.
Ogoni is wrong.
You never report. You never. We must have a report on this Magnus Pierre gas. You never stretcher. Line state. Something that pin up. The people come gather. What are the condolable? Now they rivers of theater. The next day, Magnus don't fly to abroad for medical treatment. So why Governor say wait. Tear gas going in.
And water gas.
Tear gas coming out.
You know strong. No carry us play.
He receive water gas.
Hey, we go pour
and tear gas.
We go pour people.
So
we not be that useless cookie man way. When he climb tree, come down. When he come where he begin sing Ajeko Jaloja. Ajeko Jaloja. Ajeko Jala. Ajeko Jala. Ajeko Jaloja. Where is Ajeko Jaloja now? See, I think any contest. That they go Ajeko Jaloja. He go really Ajeko Jaloja. That madman. What do you mean that governor name?
Nothing to do with driver. What do you have tomorrow? Driver, no worries.
But they never write the result.
Now, so when I leave us now.
Then they come and then they call his name, no answer.
Now,
you owe us money when no you chop our money. You chop me taking our money.
Now, firing of tear gas to government and political group. This is not the first time.
It's not the first time.
What it be?
If people
no kill us, people just come now. Before they come, they don't
now, wait. I'm very passionate.
Can I finish?
I'm not happy. We're on the same page now. You're spoiling me. No, only Graham will sit down.
I'm coming now. You are helping me.
No, only Graham will sit down. So why is that they shoot at tear gas?
They shoot on a
They're not shooting at tear gas. Now Graham will sit down.
Oh, to do
what?
Doing what? Now by the rivers of Babylon.
When Toyeko begin to protest,
we are coming.
Now I know say election don't finish. We nearly died.
Who nearly died?
The policeman will tell me.
Listen, in all these things.
You know go around this.
Wait, in all these things, we see these people who mobilize us for this worker last week.
Where?
No, it's not last week. Don't tell me. No, 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
So they go to world press conference. Over the weeks, 3 weeks. Very good. We're not against it, but our lawyers in Funky For is this. If you are going for such movement, why did you let us know? Why segregate us?
The risk stakeholder.
Why you don't carry us go? Or I can't go there. What is this now?
No, just wait. Make we do this one for it.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, can I speak with Mr. Power?
Yeah, Power speaking.
How are you? Good morning this morning.
Very well.
I was told that you are my birthday mate.
That what?
That you are my birthday mate. That is your birthday.
Whoa, congrats to you as well.
Yeah. I want to take you out.
To where?
I want to take you out. Yeah, there is a new place in Port Harcourt.
You gotta invite me to your birthday or invite me to mine.
Anyhow, let's take ourselves out. Will you be free by 5 o'clock? Let's meet on Top Garrison Bridge.
If what?
If you'll be free by 5 o'clock, make we meet on Top Garrison Bridge. You might not complete. Anyway, happy birthday to you. This is coming from Chidi. Chidi and Chigo. They say make we wish you happy birthday. Yes, so Chidi and Chigo, happy birthday, and you are live on Funky 4. You are live on Funky 4.
I know them very well.
Yeah, well done, eh? Congratulations, happy birthday. All right, bye. Yeah.
All right, our partners. We have our partners on Funky 4.
Okay, well, calm down now.
And we need to go now. And our partners.
Signal.
These are our partners.
Anyway, One TV is our media partner. And as we unveil them,
talk about the one who do here. The rest time no they leave them. Who go die for person.
As we talk, if you want to contact them for work, Now then they make sure say you see us every Friday
God bless you.
for our Funky 4 TV, One TV, Funky 4 TV. Once you log on, you go see us. Then they do wonderful work to reach them to cover any kind of event and function. Now 080.
So don't go for riot.
55
They don't cover that.
787878. Such a sweet number. 0805 57. Sorry, 08055787878. Call them. They will cover any kind of event.
Okay, just for mention,
Even burial.
our other partners, Habitat Hotel and Resort, they for Rumalogu. Please go there, no play. J Cozy, they for
Heart, my guy, Heart and
Heart
Monday.
is there, Monday is there, go
Nice
there,
guys.
no play. Then our washing partners, we get Olix Wash, then they for D-Line number 14 Canal Street. Go there, no wash, no play. We get another one, Smile Wash, the day for Service and Smile Building, 267 Woji Road, Port Harcourt. Go there, go wash, no play. Then we get the designer where they sew clothes where they wear for ages now. His HMG Attitude.
December don't reach you.
Attitude, go to behind Port Harcourt Polytechnic. That road where they live. Port Harcourt Polytechnic, back of SBS. Go there, go sew your clothes. And these are, and One TV. Go online, Google One TV. Go there, you go see in the network, you go see Funky 4 TV. You go watch this particular Today on and watch other ones so we don't do things. Then plenty there. Anytime you're feeling sad, you're not feeling too happy, just go to Funky 4 TV on One TV network online with your phone or your laptop and laugh out all your sorrows. Until next week Friday, please stay safe. When riot reach, stay one place, no riot anywhere.
When protest,
Rotimi and Mechi cap it all when he said this week that anything will happen to you, nothing will happen.
You don't hear that move.
You will just be on record. Say
Now they mobilize us, of course, to give us warning sign.
This is Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt, voice of the people. Every day, every hour, when the big stories break, depend on our 24-hour news team to bring you the latest. Today 95.1 FM.
Today, 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. News update.
A very good morning to you. Here's the news update on Today 95.1 FM. I am Kelly Ikemenjima. Commuters are still lamenting the recent hike in transportation by commercial drivers in Port Harcourt as a result of the hike in fuel price. Today FM correspondent who visited some fuel stations observed that some of them are selling petrol for between 670 naira and 690 naira. Some passengers spoke to Today FM's Odina Kachi Celestine on how the situation is affecting their lives. On the other hand, commercial and private drivers say they have been forced to increase the transportation fare they charge as a result of the increase in fuel price. They also complain that they now find it difficult to get petrol as many fuel stations are closed. Just hours to tomorrow's off-cycle governorship elections in Bayelsa, Imo and Kogi states, the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, Mahmoud Yakubu, says the electoral body has learned some lessons from the recently held elections in the country. Yakubu stated this in a statement addressed to stakeholders. Describing elections as a multi-stakeholder responsibility, Yakubu said INEC will continue to ensure free, fair and credible as well as inclusive elections, but needs the cooperation of Nigerians. He said the commission has received assurances from the security agencies that the environment will be secure for electoral activities and all participants, including voters, electoral officials, accredited observers, the media, and polling as well as collation agents. The family of the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, has again accused the State Security Services, SSS, of denying him access to his visitors. The family said the reason is not known to his visitors as to his current status of health, which the family says is deteriorating. The Abuja High Court had ordered the SSS to allow him unfettered access to his family and lawyers twice a week. Kanu's younger brother, Emmanuel Kanu, wondered why the SSS would suddenly decide to deny Kanu access to his visitors, an action he said is a flagrant violation of court order. The IPOB leader has been in solitary confinement at the Abuja SSS headquarters since his abduction in Kenya and subsequent extraordinary rendition to Nigeria in June 2021. Despite an order by the Court of Appeal Abuja for his immediate and unconditional release, the federal government has refused to free the IPOB leader. Crude oil exports from Nigeria to Europe have increased to 730,000 barrels per day despite the shortage of its supply to local refineries. The Executive Director of Crude and Condensate, NNPCL Trading Limited, Mariamo Idris, disclosed this during a presentation of the August European Crude Conference in London. She pointed out that 6 months before the Russia-Ukraine war, 678,000 barrels per day of Nigerian crude grades went to Europe compared to 710 barrels per day 6 months later and 730,000 so far this year. She said the trend indicates that Nigerian oil grades are increasingly being preferred by European refiners in the absence of Russia, Urals, and diesel. Yesterday, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited revealed that Nigeria's crude oil flow to Europe had increased in a bid to fill supply gaps left by the ban on Russian crude. On the foreign scene, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says his country does not intend to occupy or govern Gaza after the end of its war with Hamas. He, however, insisted that the enclave must be demilitarized, de-radicalized, and rebuilt. In an interview, Netanyahu said that Israel would need to find a civilian government to govern the enclave, which has been run by Hamas since 2006, but he didn't specify who would form such a body. Gaza is already viewed as an occupied territory because Israel has full control of its borders, airspace, and territorial waters, despite having formally withdrawn its forces and settlers from the enclave in 2005. And that's it on the news update on Today 95.1 FM. I am Kelly Ikem-Benjamin. Good morning. Thank you for your time.
Radio has never been this good. Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
Waiting they create, party for mouth. Waiting they cause, they let you rejoice. Terra Cubes.
Terra Seasoning Cube turns your meals into a masterpiece.
Unwrap joy, unleash taste. Hey, come cook with Terra Cubes. Come cook with Terra.
Aren't you just thankful for evolution? I throw my laundry into the washing machine and done. Order my groceries from my bed and delivered. And now at breakfast, I can enjoy my pap in just one mix with the new Peak Milky Pap. It's creamy and so easy to prepare.
Life evolves, so has pap. Enjoy the delicious 3-in-1 Peak Milky Pap at breakfast. High in protein with the nourishment you need to power on every day. Get yours today.
Peak, rich for your peak. Now, wow. Which kind of condition be this now? I just spend plenty money to fuel my generator. Light no even dey constant. And the bills dey high. Wetin man go do sef? You still dey here dey lament. Shebi I don tell you to come follow me enjoy solar. Okay, even if I wan use solar, which one fit dey reliable? My brother, I dey use solar from Flow Crown Energy. Tell me about this Flow Crown Energy. Flow Crown Energy dey offer perfect solar energy solution for home, office, hotel, business place, street, community, and surroundings. Dem get lithium batteries, inverter, panel, floodlights, street.
for selecting retirees or those about to retire, and how can they contact the National Entrepreneur Hub?
Well, to my fellow retirees and those about to retire who are listening, do you need to raise money to start a new business, having realized that fixed pension funds lose their purchase value over the years due to inflation, changes in the economy, and increase in personal expenditures in the absence of other and regular sources of income? Do you need to expand an existing business? Do you need to raise funds for the education of your children or words in the face of the ever-rising cost of quality education? Do you need to raise funds to take care of rising healthcare expenses for yourself, family, and dependent relatives? Do you need to raise enough funds to enjoy vacations anywhere in the world for which you never had the opportunities while in employment? Lack of time and inadequate finances? Do you need to be part of the social solutions that are so much needed from charitable men and women to reduce the widespread pains and sufferings due to the excruciating poverty of the populace? Reputable studies have consistently shown that 60 to 80 years are the most productive, creative, and positively impactful years for men and women who remain physically, mentally, and intellectually active after retirement from paid employment. Do you need to be more productive and useful to yourself and the society after retirement? If your answer is yes to any of these questions, then send name and location to the numbers that would follow shortly. The National Entrepreneur Hub has only 40 slots for retirees in Port Harcourt. Only the first 40 people that will pick up their phones now and send their names and location to us during this program will be selected. The countdown starts now. Send name and number to these numbers:
0816 008 6326. Again, 0816 008 6326. 0816 008 6326. 0816 008 6326. 0816 008 6326.
Mr. Inamiti, what is your closing message to your fellow retirees?
When I retired from paid employment like every other retiree, I was paid my retirement benefits. Also, I received my monthly pension. There are two facts every retiree knows. 1, gratuity is a one-time payment. 2, pension is a fixed monthly earning. While both incomes are fixed, the expenditures from the day one retires into the 70s, 80s, and beyond, if God keeps one alive, are not fixed. If while our expenses are ever increasing, we neglect to do something to create more sources of residual income, we would be living a highly risky financial life. This can have undesirable effects on our health, reduce our abilities to provide adequately for our families, make it difficult for us to assist those who would love to assist, and prevent us from living our ideal lifestyles. These facts dawned upon me less than 1 year after retirement, and I wondered how I would survive sufficiently with fixed pension income in the face of the disruptions and the uncertainties in the economy, such as accelerating inflation. I wondered how I can adequately take care of myself, my family, and other dependents. How can I have residual income to mitigate the fast depletion of my savings and live happily as I advance in years? How will I maintain an active mind and body and keep learning and growing? It was at this critical point in my life that I discovered the National Entrepreneur Hub. Thanks to the National Entrepreneur Hub, which we are today unveiling to 40 lucky persons in the city of Port Harcourt, the National Entrepreneur Hub has changed my financial life in such a way that my income now exceeds my expenditures. For those close to retirement, let me say emphatically that depending only on one source of pension income is an invitation to personal financial crisis. As you are about to move from one stage of one regular income source to the stage of multiple expenditures, I advise you to be proactive and plan for residual income, because fixed pension does not change, but your expenditures will keep rising in an environment of unstable and inflationary economy. Take the action today that will make for better tomorrows in your life.
Thank you. Stop adding. What are your parting words to your fellow retirees and those about to retire on this laudable project?
Thank you. From my experience, and no doubt the experiences of many pensioners, the best time to plan for retirement is on the first day of employment. If you failed to do so yesterday, the next best time to do it is now, today, because our tomorrows will be the result of our actions and inactions of today. And that tomorrow will unfailingly come without our permission, and we shall come face to face with the consequences of our actions or inactions. When I retired, I was paid a handsome gratuity, and I equally received handsome monthly pension. It did not take me long to discover that my expenditures were increasing while my income, monthly pension, remained fixed. My bank transaction history showed more reds than greens. On my cell phone, there were many debit alerts for each month and only one credit alert, the pension alert. And the reality dawned upon me that I must create additional streams of cash flow to bridge the fast widening gap between my expenses and expenditures if I must live a healthful financial life. The National Entrepreneur Hub provided a platform that has enabled me to achieve that. I am also enjoying the additional benefits of renewed self-development through exciting mental and intellectual activities that are so necessary for healthy living, which every retiree deserves after the long years of paid employment. I am therefore encouraged and excited to recommend the National Entrepreneur Hub to my fellow retirees and those that are about to retire. Dear listeners, think about the ever-rising inflation, the uncontrollable high cost of food, high cost of housing, high medical bills, high cost of education, ever-increasing dependency ratio, high cost of utilities, electricity, petrol, diesel, kerosene, gas, and multiple taxes and charges. Can one source of fixed amount of money as income cater for all this? The answer is no. These inescapable expenditures, which the majority of retirees fund from a single source, a fixed income, have no respect for gratuity and pension, no matter how handsome they may seem at the time of retirement. If you are lucky to be selected today, our representatives will contact and schedule you to meet with our senior consultants who will guide you on how to generate multiple income from one source.
Do you need to be more productive and useful to yourself and the society after retirement? If your answer is yes to any of these questions, then send name and location to the numbers that would follow shortly. The National Entrepreneur Hub has only 40 slots for retirees in Port Harcourt. Only the first 40 people that will pick up their phones now and send their names and location to us during this program will be selected. The countdown starts now. Send name and number to these numbers.
0816 008 6326. Again, 0816 008 6326. 0816 008 6326. 0816 008 6326. 0816 008 6326.
I repeat the numbers again for the benefit of those that were unable to get them the first time.
0816 008 6326. 0816 008 6326. 0816 008 6326. 0816 008 6326.
Thank you and God bless you as you made the right decision today.
Radio has never been this good. Today, 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
feed you and feed your entire family. I thought you get your crap out of the way.
Okay, move your car.
Madam, I beg. Will you move this car?
I don't understand what's going on. We've been sitting in traffic for the past 1 hour. Like, oh my God.
Everywhere is blocked.
Do you want to share or get the latest traffic updates in and around Port Harcourt? Then listen to the traffic update show on Today 95.1 FM Port Harcourt. Weekdays 6:30 to 7 p.m. Days 6:30 to 7 p.m.
Just had to be hit to release attention.
Join us every Monday to Friday at 6:30 a.m. for a rundown of all the major sporting stories making the rounds on Sports Attack right here on your premium news, talk and sports radio station, Today 95.1 FM.
For us to have that conversation. Also in the studio, Mr. Emmanuel Indukwe. Morning to you, sir. Welcome.
Good morning, Kelly. Good morning, Nigeria.
So let me take your reaction to what Hope Uzodimma is saying. Do you ever imagine that the governor will want to apologize to a citizen? Any citizen?
He may do that as an afterthought. That's what assures me, because he should have done it here. When he was questioned, I think he should have just dropped that particular apology first if his heart were pure along that line. But it seems, in fact, comments he were making were already painting Joe Ajero and his group in black by saying that, mentioning names of those that have headed labor unions and all that, and there were no partisanship, and they were also not bringing confusion, and to him totally, because he's not speaking to children. For me, it means that Joe Ajero is partisan and bringing introducing confusion.
But he has said it before.
Good.
Hope Uzodimma said it just even after that the incident happened.
Good.
When he went to Abuja and he received the flag of the party, he made mention of the same thing, that clearly Ajero has an intention in Imo State. He's from Imo State. He has, of course, Labour Party now is a close affiliate with the Labour Congress. So he said it clearly that what Ajero is doing is share politics.
Well, the truth is that it cannot be removed from the truth that he might be at least sympathizing with Labour Party. But the fact remains that should he be beaten openly the way it was done to him? Now, is Uzodimma as a governor not seeing that at least it shouldn't be something to have done to him? And in that light, he should have apologized. Because for me, as he's saying, all the comments he's making means that because Ajero is partisan, so kill him. It doesn't mean anything. Yes. But that's my personal interpretation.
But you know, in Labour statements, they've been specific in calling out Uzodimma as the sponsor of the violence and the attack on Ajero. They've been calling him out. So if he comes out today to apologize, won't that suggest that indeed those that accuse him of being behind it
despite the avalanche of accusations against him as a sponsor of the violence against Ajero or Labour Union in Imo State. He is sincerely telling Nigerians that he doesn't have a hand there. But as for the assault on Ajero, it was indeed something bad. It remains something bad. And so he's apologizing on that score. Nobody will link him. Whoever is linking him will just be doing that with the figment of his imagination. Even if it was Odema truly, you see, politicians cannot remove themselves. They can't extricate themselves in any form from violence. They are the purveyors of violence. And so it might be that he is behind Ajero's attack. After all, he has said several people have headed Labour Union and they were not partisans, and they were also not causing confusion. And so now singling Ajero out to be causing confusion and also being partisan, then the whole thing will be, in fact, hold him, beat him up so that he will know that what he's doing is bad. He shouldn't be a politician. He shouldn't participate in political parties and all that. But I tell you that I think the law, according to what I've been hearing, I'm not a lawyer, they said no matter how guilty a person may be, he remains innocent until court says something about that, confirming his guilt.
But you also know that in the court of public opinion,
yes,
there's a perception of guilt.
Against
you don't have to be pronounced guilty.
No.
If there is a groundswell, you are seen to be guilty.
Kelly, only a few instances in this country, Nigeria, have mirrored the perception of the public opinion. Yes, there have been times, of course, not only once, that public opinion have played a major role in swaying government, perhaps, or the maybe whoever perpetrated whatever, that the public sees to be against them. They now make comments, and that thing will become changed. But I tell you, if you remember what the CJN of Nigeria said, he said, I think public opinion should not determine what the court will make as pronouncement. And so, for me, whether public opinion, except they choose, because I always say, whatever the authorities want will triumph at the end of the day. And so if they want it to be in that form that they will say public opinion, and let's listen to it, fine for them. If they don't, I will always say that let us remove vindictiveness in our playing of politics in this country.
So yesterday, Governor Fubara and Nyesom Wike were at the same event. The start of the legal year in Rivers State began with activities, and the first was a church service, a St. Cyprian's Anglican Church somewhere in town. The governor was there. He was already seated, I think, somewhere into the program when the FCT minister arrived. His predecessor arrived. And let's listen to some of the things that Governor Fubara shared at that meeting.
I feel very honored, honestly speaking, to be in your midst today, to be the one, not really like, but let me say, as part of the head of government, the executive arm, to see you launch your 2023-2024 legal year is really a privilege, and I have to say that I feel very happy to be in your midst, and to say that I wish you a successful legal year. It's important to say a successful legal year. For the past 1 week or more, we've been hearing the negative stories. At least for once, let us hear something that is different from the bad news. So I feel happy. And I have to say that I'm even overjoyed that my guy is here with us. So I have to welcome you, especially for coming to cheer us in this event. I wouldn't say much. I just request that everyone should continue to pray for us. It's been a trying time, but I know that this phase will pass. And the promises we made to our people that will continue to give you development upon development, we are not going to go back on that. So I want to thank you for your support and also say that, please, we need peace. Everybody should just relax. We need peace. For us to progress in the state, we can only do that in an atmosphere of peace. Please, let me ask the church for your prayer. I know that you have always been there for us. This is the time that we need more and more of this prayer. In the book of Ezra, you know the story of Zerubbabel. Like in our case to it, we have a mission to give you development. The devil will always come in one way or the other. But the important thing is for us to identify it and push the devil out of our room and continue. I have to say this with all amount of emphasis. My Oga remains my Oga. Whatever that has happened is past. I want us to continue to pray for the peace and development of this state. Please, I'm begging, I've not sent anybody to malign anybody. That is the truth. So I'm appealing to you, please, let's give peace a chance. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Okay, so there you have it. Governor Fubara speaking at that event. What I watched and what I listened to did not suggest or give off a certain vibe of a governor that was confident, in charge, and present. In fact, at some point it seemed like the governor was confused. At some point it seemed like he was intimidated. I kind of wondered. I'm not sure of the protocol now. If the governor was already seated, and the FCT minister arrived, I just wondered how he was going to come and then he will make his way to the front row, the VIP row where the governor was already seated. I'm not sure of that protocol. Nonetheless, the governor didn't seem like he was in charge in that event. He sounded intimidated, not coherent. I don't want to use words that will make it even worse, but that's how it seemed to me. Does it suggest that this fight might be taking a toll on him?
Well, you see, Kelly, no matter how brave a man may be, a fight will always take a toll on him. Because he'll be strategizing. Even in that particular place they were, he's strategizing to the right or left, and then his opponent is also doing his own strategies, the right or the left. I tell you, it may have sounded like that. One other thing we must consider is that his health status. Even though he's a governor, he might have malaria or whatever kind of sickness, but he has to be in that particular gathering.
Well, he can send someone.
If he decided.
Yes.
That's if he decided. If not, he will be there himself.
No, but there's no law that compels him.
None.
To be there. So he could have sent someone.
Kelly, if you see somebody like me in particular, it's very difficult I don't come to work. Okay. Even if I'm completely under the weather.
Okay.
Except something that is very strategic, like running a test and all that, I have to, because your hair cannot be shaved in your absence. Now, if Fubara decides to go there without being all that sound in health, for instance, it may be there. Again, you cannot also remove the fact that Fubara may be worried by what has happened and what is still happening, because you see, when these politicians tell me that they have settled, they've not settled anything. Have you heard? They've not settled anything. Vindictiveness lives in politics, especially the way they practice it in Nigeria. And that is why some of us cannot be there, because I don't know what I will have in mind against my fellow man, targeting when I will hit him. Okay. No. So it's best I leave that kind of a game where I will discharge that kind of oddity for me. So I think Fubara may be held by one of these factors, and then he's still a human, even the governor.
Yes, he
but
is a
that
human.
one you mentioned, the protocol, I don't know how is governed, but I think what I've been hearing, you remember Obaseki and Shoaib?
But in the case of Obaseki and Shoaib,
yes,
Shoaib is a deputy governor.
Okay, that's true. But even at that,
Nyesom Wike is a minister.
See.
No, I too would have expected. That's why it's an open question. I would have. The governor can be seated, right?
Good.
And then the minister makes his way to the front row, goes over the governor, walks down, greets Justice Mary Odili and another senior personality, returns and sits next to the governor.
Kelly, truly I don't know, and I wish I know how that thing is governed in terms of when the governor is seated. However, I think what I've been hearing is that once the governor, but the event has not taken off.
It has. They say it was into the event that Nyesom Wike arrived.
Well, whatever happens, I think those who understand very well should call in and then tell us. But
I heard that Sim has a habit of showing up on time. If the event is for 2 p.m., it's not you should be seated by 2 p.m. The governor will be there by 2 p.m.
Good. That's a good one for you.
I even noticed that while they were doing the procession, he was seated.
Okay.
The cases that we know, as we have known them, is the activities would even begin and somebody will be communicating when they have confirmation that the governor is coming.
Kelly, if it were that governor, perhaps if you say 2, they'll come by 3 or 4.
So the event would have gone a long way, and then the governor makes his entrance. Next thing is making a speech, and after that speech, the event is over. But this one, the governor was seated. He was there. He was seated. They did the procession. The lawyers, they did their procession, and then was still seated. And someone walked up, like the protocol officer walks up to the row where the governor was seated, and perhaps he whispers to him or indicates that the minister was making his way in, and the governor actually made way for him.
Well, he called him his Oga.
Yes,
and that is comments. So is his Oga, and absolutely, he remains his Oga, because at least Afra cannot say that he didn't recognize the maybe the responsibility Nyesom Wike shouldered
maybe it's political,
about him.
Maybe political talk.
It's political talk, but also see. He did not call Emmanuel Ndukwa and make me governor. I'm talking about the minister.
Okay.
So he should also recognize the unique activity that Fubara, whether he's his Oga or his servant or whatever he may call him, had done on him. That is the way relationship. This symbiotic relationship is not one-sided. Okay. So I think, but at least being older than Fubara, he can call him his Oga. I don't take offense on that.
No. But we're not even looking at, so far we haven't talked about the context and what the governor said. That's not what we're talking about. We have been talking about his composure.
Yeah.
The events that played out while he was there.
Now, I've outlined certain factors that make it possible.
Now, I'm also wondering, the governor, before he decides to attend an event, would have been briefed on the possible personalities that will be there for that event.
That's true.
That would be correct, right?
Yeah.
So some of the elders that spoke on a partisan basis that met with him and released that statement, urging him to take steps to correct some of the wrongs against Nyesom Wike, were present at that event. That event seemed to be pretty much like the place that Nyesom Wike, when he showed up, he will get all the praises and all the accolades. But then the governor made a decision to go there. I feel like you can choose your meetings. He's the governor.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for this invitation. I will make it But then you can send the deputy governor, or you can send the secretary to the state government, or you can send the chief of staff. If you know that in that element, in that space, you won't be in your best element, because the governor, I can say for a fact, was not in his best element yesterday.
No, it's indisputable now. Listening to him, it was quivering even in his voice and all that. But the truth is that, you see, people are not the same. Like you and I are two personalities. We don't speak alike, and certain things that will indeed make me be afraid may not make you be afraid, or something like that. We have differences in character. But I tell you, well, he said this is Oga. It could be that the influence of the FCT minister held him down to behave in that way. That's the last one I'll drop.
So he didn't make a rational decision in deciding, let's leave out this event. There's another one now. We have intel that the minister will come. Yes, let's leave out this event. Or even if we don't have intel that the minister will come, how many of his people will be there?
No, say Kelly.
Confirm how many of them will be there.
We are talking about the first one. The first thing that happened, two of them, because two of them aired against each other. You hear me, in this crisis. But the elders came, packaged everything, whatever guided them, and then poured them on Fubara. You understand me? Now, they blamed him on that and then looked for a way to make amends. If he now said, I won't attend this meeting, he's falling deeper into the problem, so he will attend.
Problem of pleasing them.
See, Kelly.
Is it the problem of pleasing them?
Yes, remember.
If the governor is fighting for his political future, should he be looking to please a certain set of biased elders?
Kelly, I don't know how you will understand this thing. I'm telling you that, you and I here, it's only when there's an invasion, I will interpret, there's an invasion of the soldier ant, that we know the best dancer among the goats or sheep. See, when something happens suddenly, that's when we will know your mind stand, whether you will be jittery on certain issues or not. The same thing with me. Do you know that something may happen? You will not feel it at all. And everybody is jittery. Then we'll be shouting, what kind of person is this, Kelly? The same thing with me. But I'm telling you that characters are different. It could be that Fubara is not such a person. When you are saying fighting for his political future, he might be trying to, these are elders, our elders, let me respect them. That is the way it is.
People will say that Fubara may not be a politician, but the fact of the matter, we know that he's not a stranger. He has been in the corridors of power for a long time. So he knows these people.
Yes.
He knows their level of proximity to the FCT minister.
Yes.
He knows. So you already know what their position will be.
Yeah.
You don't want to go at war with them, but you also realize that you decided to start a fight. He could have made a decision as a governor to say, see, you guys want to impeach me, I'm not interested in this fight. If you want to remove me as governor, remove me as governor. But he decided to get into the fray. He put his heart in the fray. He went to the State House of Assembly to join in that contest that he would not be removed. He addressed the media. We had provocations as a result of that. A youth was killed, allegedly killed. We had protests, people were arrested as a result of that. Commentaries flew all over the place in this state. A fight has started. So if you know that the fight has started, why then do you decide to show up at an event looking like someone who has been defeated? In a state where people are rallying in support of you, you now sound like people should calm down, there's something happening. How do you send a message to your support base?
Kelly, have you not seen, please just tell me the truth, have you not seen where somebody seemed to have done something that defeated the purpose? In other words, you are doing something and somebody along the road who started very well, because I tell you, the response to all that happened, as it happened, Fubara was hailed for doing the way he did, almost by everybody. But after the Abuja trip, are you still seeing those robust response to all these kind of issues? There are humans that behave like that. And you see, if I were in his shoes, I won't behave that way. And that is why quietly I will leave politics for those who have maybe mind to contribute in the wrong way. Because I tell you, if I were in his shoes, I will stand up and say, as he calls him Oga, instead of me not to take charge, please take everything. I will leave.
Okay, let's turn our attention to what the Prince have for us at this point, and then we'll make progress from there and take your reactions as we get on the conversation this morning as well. Heads of MDAs who fail to attend MTEF FSP sessions should be sacked. Senate, this is from Daily Post. The Senate on Thursday said any head of ministries, departments, and agencies of government who absent themselves from the 2024-2026 medium-term expenditure framework and the fiscal responsibility strategy paper interactive session should be sacked. The upper legislative chamber made this mandatory for fiscal appearance, or made it mandatory for fiscal appearances of heads of government agencies at the MTEF sittings, while they called on President Bola Tinubu to sack any unserious government official. Reading the Riot Act, at the formal opening of the interactive session jointly organized by its committees on finance, appropriations, national planning, local and foreign debt, the president of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, insisted on the sack of any head of a government agency who refuses to attend the session. He says, and I quote, "If you don't plan how to succeed, then you have planned to fail. I therefore remind our committee that any serious appointee or any head of any agency that is interested in the success of President Bola Tinubu's administration ought to be here. The chairman of the lead committee, Finance, should give me the list of all the heads of agencies that you invited who have failed to show up in this session. This is the beginning of their failure in their various offices. Any head of agency that sends representation here is not a serious person, and therefore the president must take a second look at such a person." Do you think that some people may be fired? Because we know that when it's time for some of these defense and the National Assembly will invite, some of them really do not show up.
See, Kelly, I think politics, Nigerian brand especially, is a dogfight. You fall for me, I fall for you. A lot of people may be sacked.
That sounds like Wiki.
Yes. Well, I think every politician, especially those who know their metal and onions, they do it. See, they will sack a lot of them that were absent. However, I disagree 100% with Akpabio.
Are you saying they will sack them?
Yes.
Like Tinubu will sack them?
Yes.
Tinubu will sack them?
They may sack them. You know, it has to be fixed mayor. Yes, mayor has to be there.
Tinubu will sack people he just appointed?
Yeah. No.
In this country?
There are a lot of others on queue.
In this country?
Yes. No, see, you come again, see. Buhari is different from Tinubu. Isn't Buhari, they said he will not listen to you, he will not talk anything about you, he has appointed you. But do we know whether Tinubu is like that? I'm not sure. So I can't pass a judgment or a verdict on him.
Okay.
But I tell you that I disagree with Akpabio. There may be something overwhelmingly important that will make a head of any ministry or whatever to absent himself from that particular meeting and then send his deputy or whatever.
For such an important meeting where you are planning the financial year of the government and the people of Nigeria.
Let me come up with one of such reasons.
Okay.
If one is seriously down, will that person, because this particular session of activity is very important, you go there and die in that meeting?
Your doctor should give you adrenaline. They should give them adrenaline pumps, and they should take stretchers and go clutches.
Even Americans can make mistake with their precision-guided missiles. It's the same thing. Doctor may give you that, you reach there and you start vomiting and all that. So it's better you stay away and take care of yourself. So when Akpabio is saying that, has he not absented himself in anything so important? There could be very important reasons why somebody could be absent. But all of them, they check and eventually they are absent without solid reasons. I will not subscribe to sacking them.
Okay.
But of course, they should be queried.
Okay. Let's continue. We have to speed up our pace. Nigeria's major problem is docile citizens. Patutomi. Renowned political economist Professor Patutomi is lamenting that the major problem of the country is the docility of its citizens. insisting that many Nigerians are just at home with anything ditched at them. He called on Nigerians to be dynamic and work on new approaches to hold government accountable, especially on their safety and general well-being. He made a call yesterday in Abuja at a national conversation on building a new value system in Nigeria with a theme, a public sphere, conscious movement, and necessary starting point for the journey to redemption. He decried what the main problem with Nigeria is, being that the people are docile and not demanding accountability from the leaders, rather choose to accept anything that is just take it like that and manage. He went on to note, let me leave the quotes. He also said that the pride and dignity of human beings have been eroded in Nigeria and people engage in verbal terrorism in the name of politics. You know, it reminds me of Amma Opusanibo when he talks about the people forming stakeholder communities to engage. Now Patitomi says, we are like zombies. We just sit down, and if they give us, we take. If they don't give us, we don't take. We shout. After we're done shouting, we enter into our homes and we sleep. We just want to have a good night's sleep, and the next day, we look forward to our daily bread.
You see, Kelly, there are certain comments people I expect to be very wise.
What's wrong with this one?
No, see, I'll pick the holes in that, and I will tell you them, some of them. See, that comment of Utomi, I disagree with him completely.
Why?
Thank you very much. Objectively, people should not be docile. However, you must know how your house is before you take any action within your premises. Yes. If, for instance, in your house, you are a father, you find out that all the good you've been doing, both your children and your wife are after you. They're after your life. Certain actions you may take, you may not take them. Until perhaps you go outside and bring some other people of note that will come and talk down the rebellion against you. Now, let me ask you, Kelly, you've also been in this country, and maybe, if not long enough, but at least to a level that you understand who is talked about here, Pat Utomi, a professor of political economy. Now, when have you heard that Pat Utomi, because of all the bad things in Nigeria, which he often talk on, has slept in front of Senate quarters?
In protest?
Yes, in protest, I mean. When?
Must he?
No. This is to show you that he's not docile himself. The docility is shared by almost everybody in the country. Now, it is only when you begin to ask people, what are your reasons for being docile or over-docile? Let's look at it as being over-docile. Now, each person will give you his reason or her reason. So, Pat Utomi should not issue a blanket condemnation of Nigerians by saying they're over-docile. See, you heard when Showore came out and made comment, where did they land him? And I have told people, perhaps those who were not maybe mature at the time of the war, civil war, they should understand that. Let me tell you, Kelly, after the war, when this often touted mediatory phrase, no victor, no vanquish, has been made and proclaimed very much, people in the rural area in the southeast were suffered, not by soldiers. Listen to me. I was on ground and I was seeing all these things. They will come. You know this rope they call, I don't know what they call it, but they use it in tying llama. That's cow.
Okay.
Big one.
Okay.
That's what they were using in tying humans. If you had any dissent against the North. It was led by also some people from the North. They came to our own areas. I'm telling you, tying people, and after that they lose you, use ground pepper and put in all those places. You'll be reading in pain. Just because there was war. In such a case, you don't want to be docile. You stand up, they will kill you. Whoever does that kind of thing to you, is ready to kill you. And so you suffer in pain and keep quiet, they will leave you. Some of them suffered sicknesses from then till most of them have gone in death. So I'm telling you, Nigerians, after witnessing that thing, knowing that the Southeast that said we disagree, we won't be all that docile. When Nigerians watched at what happened, both those in the Southeast and all the people. You remember Abiola won election of, at least was proclaimed to have won 1993 election. Instead of staying in Nigeria to fight it headlong, he jetted to America, ran away from here. See, Kelly, people are now saying, since if you proclaim something bad, something has missed its track, and you'll be a target of persecution, let us keep quiet. And that is what is bringing about that docility. If Patu Tomi does not understand that, let him understand it.
We paid 250 million naira to free 121 abducted Baptist students. We're supposed to read the story yesterday, CAN account. The chairman of the Kaduna State chapter of the Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, Reverend John Joseph Hayab, has disclosed that a ransom of 250 million naira was paid to secure the release of 121 students of Bethel Baptist High School in Kaduna who were kidnapped by bandits in July 2021. Reverend Hayab made this revelation during a courtesy visit to Governor Ubasani in Kaduna State. He also clarified that Treasure Ayuba, the last Bethel student who escaped from captivity about a week ago, he actually escaped, did not willingly choose to remain with the kidnappers as claimed in some quarters. The CAN chairman stated that efforts were made to secure Treasure's release, including sending ransom money to the kidnappers, or on 2 occasions, adding that the total sum of money paid and finally secured for their release amounted to 250 million naira. Today, we gather here with mixed feelings, relief, joy, and gratitude. We're here to welcome back Treasure Ayuba, the last of the students of Bethel Baptist High School, Kaduna, who were marched out while in their sleep in the school hostel and kidnapped on the 5th of July 2021 by bandits. He explained that the challenges faced by Treasure's families, relatives, and well-wishers in securing his release and subsequent abductions occurred when ransom money was even delivered. Reacting, Governor Ubasani assured Treasurer Ayuba of the state government's support and revealed that measures are being taken to enhance the safety of students in schools across the country. Do you want to react to this?
Well, let them hold Ubasani to his word.
For me, I feel like the governor should not even be saying anything. In as much as it didn't happen in his reign, government is a continuum. He has inherited it, but
yes.
the government cannot. It can't come out when you could not put pressure on the federal government with local effort from you to secure citizens in your state, and then you come out, you shook the boy's hand, and you're making assurances. They can still be kidnapped again. They can be abducted again. In fact, they can be driving out of the government house and they're taken away again.
Yes.
Where did the family members gather, mobilize the church to raise 250 million? And yet, the boy even escaped though. This is not even a case of ransom. He actually escaped.
Yeah, see, Kelly, I think it's a good philosophy and principle to always give benefit of the doubt.
Okay.
So Obasani is in that process of government is a continuum. He's a governor. He took over from Erufai. So he's continuing. And he has made solid promises. So let them hold him.
Solid?
Yes, solid indeed.
Okay.
Because they will make every effort, arrangement to make sure that they improve on the security of students in school. Because if such were there, they wouldn't have been kidnapped.
Okay. Vanguard, Wiki remains my Oga. We talked about this already. Governor Fubara speaking at the 2023-2024 legal year of the River State Judiciary held at the St. Cyprian's Anglican Church Rededication Service, Hospital Road.
That's very true. It reminds us of it. Anytime.
All right, let's move on. Reps moved to reduce powers of the CBN governor. We're supposed to read this story some time ago. A bill to create the position of chairman of the board of the Central Bank of Nigeria separate from the position of the governor scaled second reading in the House of Representatives. Sponsor of the bill, Francis Wave, who spoke at plenary in Abuja, said there is a need to amend Section 6 to separate both positions so the governor could be checked and not have all the powers. The bill also proposed that in the event of the need for currency swap or naira redesign, as witnessed from last year to early this year, the bank would be directed to call in its note or coins subject to a notice of not less than 1 year. This amendment reinforces the need for adequate time for the notice of change of naira notes before exercising the power to call in the old note. He also said the proposed amendment to Section 6 of the Central Bank of Nigeria Act represents a significant step towards strengthening the governance structure of the CBN. All right, let's move on. Look at other stories for you this morning. Daily Trust, assault on Ajero, regrettable. Hope Uzodinma, governor of Imo State, we talked about this already, part of what you listened to. Supplementary budget not insensitive. Federal government replies Obi. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, has said the 2023 supplementary budget signed into law by President Bola Tinubu is not insensitive, but a bold and pragmatic response to the pressing and economic challenges Nigeria currently faces. In a statement signed by the media special assistant to the minister, Rabiu Ibrahim, the minister says it is in response to the claim by the 2023 presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi. Idris urged Obi to take the time and efforts to acquaint himself with the details of the 2.17 trillion naira 2023 supplementary budget, which includes allocations for essential sectors, security, agriculture, food security, works and housing, wage increase for workers, student loan scheme, social safety nets, among others, all aimed at strengthening the country's economic foundations and improve the living conditions of Nigerians. You know, even here, when we open the phone lines, people would agree with the federal government and disagree with Obi.
Of course.
Right?
Of course, even myself.
So where do you stand?
That my stand
is. Do you stand with Obi?
No. My stand is that it's not insensitive. Because if Obi were president and he finds himself that there's no way he can lay down any fund to continue processes of economic rebuilding and all that, he will borrow. Yes. But what is a snag is the monies as answered by this particular minister that are meant for the economic foundation of whatever in Nigeria, are they going to be employed in those services? Because some of them may be diverted, and if they are diverted, it won't achieve the overall interest or purpose of coming up with this supplementary budget. That's where I think Obi should have been talking on.
Okay.
But where Obi is saying is insensitive, I disagree, it's not.
Premium Times, governorship elections, SSS warns against inflammatory comments. The State Security Service is warning against comments that could run against public peace and harmony ahead of Saturday's elections in Bayelsa, Imo, and Kogi State. Contained in a statement issued by the Director of Public Relations and Strategic Communications of the SSS, Peter Afunaya, on Thursday. Let's go from there, still from Premium Times. I'm not opposed to Nnamdi Kanu's release. Hope Uzodinma, you listen to him speak in that clip. NLNG not responsible for hike in LPG price. An official is speaking. The Nigeria Liquefied Natural Gas Limited, NLNG, says the company has not increased the price of liquefied petroleum gas, LPG, that is cooking gas. Andy O'Day, General Manager, External Relations and Sustainable Development, NLNG, dismissed the alleged report of the increase in a statement issued in Port Harcourt on Wednesday. He says the company cannot be blamed for any current surge, especially as the NLNG has so far delivered over 380,000 metric tons of LPG to the domestic market. It says NLNG has noted media reports insinuating that a price hike by the company is responsible for the surge in the domestic LPG, commonly known as cooking gas. The report insinuated a price hike by the company and predicts that scarcity looms as a consequence. NLNG dismisses these media reports as speculative and indicative of a fundamental misunderstanding of Nigeria's intricate market dynamics. It went on to say that the company has grown the nation's domestic LPG market volume from 50,000 metric tons in 2007 to over 1.3 million metric tons of both domestic and imported LPG in 2023. And next story, Tribune, Ajero, airport protests didn't go as planned, Aviation Union. The vice president of the Aviation Union, Chris Omagbemi, has disclosed that the protest at Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, on Thursday that disrupted activities at the airport was in connection to the maltreatment of the Nigerian Labour Congress President Joe Ajaero in Owerri. Speaking to Nigerian Tribune via phone, the Abuja Union Vice President stated that the protest did not go completely according to plan. He said the plan was to stop all flights going to Owerri, but we had some mix-up. Tomorrow there would not be any blockade at the airport, but we will stop all flights to Owerri. And Festus Keyamo came kicking. Next story. Leave aviation alone. I'll fight back. Keyamo warns NLC. That's the story from the cable. Festus Keyamo, Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, is warning the Nigerian Labour Congress against disrupting flight operations at the airports. Keyamo gave the warning at the ministerial retreat for the ministers, permanent secretary, directors, and heads of agencies of the Ministry of Aviation and Aerospace Development in Delta State on Thursday. Oh, he took his own to Delta. Keyamo says he would not tolerate the activities of the Labour leaders blocking access roads to the airport. He says, please, I want to beg Labour leaders, leave aviation alone. You cannot target aviation in trying to address your grievances. In targeting the aviation industry, you're targeting a global village. I am addressing the Labour leaders across the country. Do not allow the Labour Party to destroy the Labour movement. I repeat, do not allow the Labour Party and party politics to destroy the Labour movement. And then the rest you heard. Last story, Punch newspaper. Some persons plan to wear army camouflage, disrupt elections. Military. The military high command has said it has uncovered a plan by some persons to wear military uniforms to disrupt elections in some areas where elections would be held. This is even as the military has said it has massively deployed for the off-circle elections on Saturday. Director, Defense Media Operation, Major General Buba Edward, disclosed this during a press briefing in Abuja on Thursday. He wants persons to shelve the plan or face an injurious consequence for such action. All right, so those are the stories. Let's take your reactions now. Let's begin with messages. 0701-9339-962. Again, 0701-9339-962. Some of the messages, we'll read them real quick and then we'll open the phone lines. Before we go, we'll look at contributions from social media. That will be Facebook and X. Okay? So the first of the messages, let's begin with this one. Good morning, Kelly. The case of Ajaero, purely politics. The Labour president was actually in Imo to play politics, and politics he got. I just read and saw in a newspaper where Ajaero posited in a photograph with his Imbise Kingsman. Okay, posed in a photograph with his Imbise Kingsman being the Imo Labour governorship candidate, Athan. He should stop using Labour to cover politics. He has seen politics in its raw form. Chief Okafor from Aba. About the governor, him calling Wike his Oga doesn't mean that the war is over. He's doing what he's doing now to come out of the court first. After this, you will see the battle royale. Chief Okafor. Okay, let's see. Hi, Kelly. The word of Fubara makes me shed tears. He made me remember my former governor, Emmanuel Udom of Akwa Ibom State. We need love in Niger Delta. Emmanuel Ekbo in Port Harcourt. Okay. Good morning, Kelly. It's a long one, so let's go. And Mr. Indukwe. Kelly, observations may be correct, but could sound to some as you whipping up unnecessary innuendos, which Governor Fubara is cleverly avoiding. But then, whatever the composure or posture of Governor Fubara at that event, it should not be misconstrued to mean feebleness or lily-liveredness. My inference is that in every man you see, there's a heart. However, if Governor Fubara is truly feeling feverish, jittery, or defeated or weighed down from the incident of previous weeks and can no longer stand the rude political jolt, let him honorably exit the arena. Friday Olu from Choba. Thank you, Friday, for reaching out. Mr. Ima indirectly agrees with Professor Utomi on the aspect of Nigerians being docile. According to you, it was the experience of the Civil War and human rights abuses that made people behave in this manner.
I said so.
Meaning you agree with him. How? Many countries have fought civil wars, yet their citizens still protest bad government policies, but Nigerians act to the contrary. That's what Utomi is telling you, and nothing will change with the current trend.
Can I reply?
Yes, you can.
You see, Nigeria's own is different because one tribe opted out and was bold to challenge what was going on, and it looks as if from the execution of the war, it looks as if every tribe ganged up against that tribe. And when eventually the war ended, the tribe recounting exactly, I told you of the proclamation of no victor, no vanquish, what was happening, and it lingered for many years after the war. Now, people in the Southeast now advise themselves, don't be too much quick to go and intervene on certain things. You see how even those that were good with you, how they all fought you, joined and fought you. Now Nigerians are also seeing that if you wake up tomorrow and say, no, I disagree with this, I disagree with that, I'm going to see the end of it, they will make you a target that may even take out your life. And so Nigerians decide, okay, politics go, I choose a different course. If anything happens, you see families will come out. Even those abroad, the families will send messages to them. Please know what you are doing. Even this election in Nigeria, don't return. All such things are making people to be over docile. And I'm saying, Utomi came out with this comment as if Nigerians don't know that they're over docile. They know very well. I cited the instance of different Abiola, who won the election according to the proclamation of the, is it whatever they called INEC then. But Abiola left Nigeria and rushed to America. Is it in America he realized it?
All right.
And later came to attack, to start fighting somebody who did not annul the election.
The rift between Fubara and Wike is not properly resolved, and it will plunge the riverine people into darkness. If Fubara does not bring any development to Rivers people, posterity will not forgive him. Joshua, that's your reaction. Let me see if I can read if there are some messages via WhatsApp. Let's read a few, and then we'll take your calls. Okay. Okay, here we go. Thank God Ability Atwebu. Wike remains my Oga, says Sim. Nobody's arguing with you that Wike is not your Oga, but give your Oga the respect that he deserves and give Rivers people that elected you into office what they deserve, which is dividends of democracy. This same your Oga sponsored your impeachment, if not for the intervention of Rivers youth and genuine elders that stood by you. Please shine your eyes. If snake bites you for the first time, don't allow the same snake to bite you a second time. Thank God Ability Atwebu. This time you put in brackets elder. Okay, let's move on.
Is he an elder now?
Everybody's an elder in River State. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, you said, Kelly, I tell you, this man is not fit for this position. He's too timid. And from his speech, you can sense inferiority complex, timidity. He said, James sent this message. Kelly and Ogaima, let's not overanalyze St. Cyprian's show. Governor Sim is under the thumb of the ex-governor and the River State ruling cartel. In my opinion, what we witnessed yesterday was simply a public affirmation that Sim has been whipped into line. He knows that the party in River State is still firmly in the grip of Wike. He can't win this fight because he doesn't have his own political machine. That's why he shouldn't have started the battle in the first place. It was way too early. Bob, thank you for reaching out. And lastly, hi Kelly, Sim and his Oga. I'm not surprised about what Sim is doing. My worry is about those innocent youth that have died and those arrested and taken to court just to protect his interests. What will happen to Edison Eye? What about Hyunwoo? It's regrettable. Let them settle and continue with the 25% or should increase it to 40 or 50%. Already, Wike is in charge of awarding the whole road contracts and all appointments. Really? Kelly, see, if jailbreak happens, some people will run and free themselves, while some will be running round. Police and army will catch them and bring them back to the prison. Sim does not like his freedom. let him continue in his bondage in prison. My worries is those youths that died. All right, thank you so much for reaching out. Let's see if we can get your name. Message quite long. Jerry, thank you for reaching out. Let's open the phone line. 0817-0000-951, 0810-951-0951. We'll be very fast with the calls because we're almost out of time. Again, 0817-0000-951, 0810-951-0951. Today, 95.1. Good morning.
Good morning, Kelly.
Morning, Obed. Please go on.
Thank you very much, Kelly. Kelly, the words of the governor indeed have said that clearly.
Okay.
The governor might be jittering. You see, if you know that the former governor was the Oga, you understand? You shouldn't have come out public to be able to raise alarm, because what you did, you attracted attention. Why not remain quiet and allow them to impeach you? You understand? You should have remained quiet and allowed them to impeach you, so that all of us will rest. We only hear that you have been impeached. I don't know whether it's pressure or whatever that's making it to sound like this, but what I know that word coming from a governor does not stand well for me. I can tell you, considering those who came out, the river crews, all of us who came out to support him, he has turned his back against the people supporting him. So what will be the fate of the youth chairman who is still the case is still standing?
Okay.
You understand?
Obed.
At the court. What will be the fate? So I think the governor indeed should come out and tell river people he stand on this thing. I do not think he's the one speaking, honestly.
All right. Thank you so much, Obed, for reaching out. Phone lines open. We'll read messages from social media as well. Udoka puts it this way: Wike remains my Oga. I pity those who turn to politicians, ministers of defense. Okay, who turns to politicians, ministers of defense? Today, 95.1. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Ken.
Morning.
I'm really interested in the River State issue. All what happened yesterday, we should...
What's your name, please?
My name is Gift, calling from Port Harcourt.
Please go on.
Yeah, even before the campaign, if you followed up and you look at the man, he's not this lousy type. People nature cannot just change overnight. So what happened yesterday can happen to any other person. Already the person is not that kind. If he's wicked, he cannot be sitting down and somebody walks him. They are two different nature. But I just like what he said openly in the pulpit, that they want peace. So everybody that is interested in peace should just give him that support. And all those people beating the drum of war, they might not know what he's going through, and they might not know the agreement they had or anything.
All right.
So everybody should just rally around him. Let's give it a chance, just as I said.
All right. Thank you so much for reaching out. Another message from Facebook, Lorenzo Delight. Fobra asserting that Wike remains his Oga is peace restoring statement. They should make those making inciting statements to toe the line of peace and unity. We need peace, development policies and cooperation in the state. The military should be on red alert because they must surely wear fake camouflage to disrupt elections. They should have a means of proper identification. Is this our final call? All right, a final call. Today, 95.1. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, call up, put me on hold when you're ready, if we're still here. And Ewere Medino puts it this way: Nigeria's major problem, docile citizens. I agree with him. What citizens are passing through is enough to revolt, but the fact is that the ruling class are stronger than the citizens. Final call. Today, 95.1 FM. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Kelly.
Morning to you, sir.
Yes, sir. I am Chika. I'm calling from Rumola. Are you with me?
Yes, we're here.
Yes. Fubara to call Wike my Oga. I am not really happy about that. Even the body language of Fubara shows that he does not have that charisma as a politician. There is what we call natural charisma in man. It cannot be bought by money. It does not have that courage if you compare, Hadid Boone is Chimaroke of Enugu State that is there as Fubara and Nike coming. You can imagine what will go on. So you can see that Fubara, I don't know, is so slow. Look at the team supporters that gave him the package. That he disappointed them. He disappointed me.
But the fight is not over now. The fight is not over now. Why are we saying he disappointed them?
Yes, so the DSS calling for people who to make inflammatory. The DSS should not take inflammatory actions that will make the citizenry to see them as partisans.
All right.
Because DSS is now siding the politicians instead of siding the citizens. They should abide. Yes. They should abide to the rules of engagement.
Okay.
So that the citizen will put their trust in them too.
All right. Thank you. We have to go. Thank you so much. Mr. Manuel Ndukwe, thank you so much for your time. We have to go. We're out of time. Thank you
very much, Kelly. Thank you, Nigerians.
All right. That's a bit. The world news at noon, just around the corner. I return 1 p.m. for a look at development in the agri sector on Greenland. But there's so much more on Today 95.1 FM for you. So stay on this dial. I am Kelly Ikemenjima. Good morning and have yourselves a great day and an awesome weekend.
Radio has never been this good. Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
Aren't you just thankful for evolution? I throw my laundry into the washing machine and done. Order my groceries from my bed and delivered. And now at breakfast, I can enjoy my pap in just one mix with the new Peak Milky Pap. It's creamy and so easy to prepare.
Life evolves, so has pap. Enjoy the delicious 3-in-1 Peak Milky Pap at breakfast. High in protein with the nourishment you need to power on every day. Get yours today.
Peak. Reach for your peak.
Okay, all right. All you need to know about this one is that
95.1 FM. Search for your next dial.
Do you know I can feed you and feed your entire family? I know you get your crap out of the way.
Okay, move your car.
Madam, I beg. We can move this car.
I don't understand what's going on. We've been sitting in traffic for the past 1 hour. Like, oh my God.
Everywhere is lost.
Do you want to share or get the latest traffic updates in and around Port Harcourt? Then listen to the Traffic Update Show on Today 95.1 FM Port Harcourt. Weekdays 6:30 to 7 p.m. Days 6:30 to 7 p.m.
Port Harcourt, are you ready? Today 95.1 FM, the voice of the people.
What do you love listening to? What's your style? What's your choice? What do you yearn for? So we've got great talk, amazing conversations, entertainment, sports, and lifestyle. So tune in to Today 95.1 FM Port Harcourt, because we are the voice of the people. The voice of the people.
Radio has never been this good. Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. Whether it's happening in Port Harcourt, South South, Nigeria, or around the world, we've got you covered. On air, online, delivering balanced news and unbiased analysis. Today 95.1 FM.
This is Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. News.
Thanks for joining us. This is the World News on your Premium Talk Radio. Today, 95.1 FM Port Harcourt, 10th November 2023. And the headlines: INEC promises to improve on mistakes made in 2023 general elections in conduct of tomorrow's off-cycle governorship elections. Family of detained IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu again accuses the SS of denying him access to visitors. On the foreign scene, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says Israel has no intention to occupy or govern Gaza. I am Lucky Maxwell. Just hours to tomorrow's off-cycle governorship elections in Bayelsa, Imo, and Kogi State,
A chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Mahmoud Yakubu, says the electoral body has learned some lessons from the recently held elections in the country. Yakubu stated this in a statement addressed to stakeholders. Describing elections as a multi-stakeholder responsibility, Yakubu said INEC will continue to ensure free, fair, and credible and inclusive elections, but need the cooperation of Nigerians. He said the Commission has received assurances from the security agencies that the environment will be secure for electoral activities and all participants, including voters, electoral officials, accredited observers, the media, and polling collation agents. The Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC, says it has deployed its operatives to monitor the Saturday governorship elections in Bayelsa, Imo, and Kogi. The spokesperson of the Commission, Azuka Ogugwa, said this in a statement in Abuja. According to her, the Commission's operatives have been deployed to the 56 local government areas and 649 wards in the 3 states where the election will be held. Ogugwa said that the operatives were to, among others, monitor and prevent vote buying and other electoral malpractices at the various polling units during the election. Away from that, the Rivers State Governor, Similala Ifubara, has advocated for the independence of the judiciary, especially in dispensation of justice. Governor Ifubara made the comment during the special court session to mark the opening of the 2023-2024 legal year. He stated that independence of the judiciary would help in ensuring justice delivery in every case. Governor Fubara particularly advised judges and magistrates to always consider justification of their actions, especially when approached by those in the habit of influencing the judiciary.
Although I'm not a lawyer, I've tried not to go to that corner. I'm quite familiar with the work that you do under the law and constitution. As governor, I believe that the structure of law and justice are deeply rooted in moral ethics and value for creation of just, secure, and egalitarian society. I consider an independent, impartial, efficient judiciary as the central key to our collective aspiration for a society where the rule of law, democracy, human rights, and good governance reign supreme.
Meanwhile, the Chief Judge of Rivers State, Justice Simeon Amadi, has complained about understaffing experienced by the judiciary. Justice Chibuzo Amadi, who spoke during the special court session marking the opening of the 2023-2024 legal year, disclosed that a judge is expected to have 8 staff, while a magistrate is expected to have at least 6 staff for effective discharge of their responsibilities. A chief judge appealed to the Rivers State Governor, Similala Ifubara, to approve the employment of at least 300 staff for effective functioning of the judicial system. Justice Amadi, who also used the opportunity to caution the Nigerian police and other prosecutors against charging cases in a court that lacks jurisdiction, urged lawyers and litigants to desist from unnecessary petitions, which he said contributes to congestion in the courts.
There is the current critical criminal justice issue of the police and other prosecutorial agencies filing charges at the magistrate courts, which courts do not have jurisdiction to try or grant bail. The consequence is the congestion of the magistrate court with such criminal cases that holding charges, and the congestion of the correctional center in Rivers State. Statistics show that about 40% of such cases are pending in our magistrate court. We advise the police to endeavor to file charges at the magistrate court for offences within the court jurisdiction, while others beyond their jurisdiction be taken to the High Court.
The Chief Judge of the state revealed that over 36,800 cases were brought forward from October 2022 to October 2023, but 17,784 cases were filed, while 17,874 were disposed, with 36,712 pending.
I do not intend to use address to highlight the deficit in the infrastructural development in Rivers State Judiciary due to non-release of approved funds for capital development. I said this because I have briefed the governor on this, and the governor is present here, and I know he's going to take immediate action after here. Statistics of cases. In the High Court, number of cases brought forward on 30th of November 2022, 11,074. Number of cases filed between 30th of October 2022 to 30th of October 2023, 5,041.
Today, FM Suchenda Joa reports that the Chief Judge of Rivers State also revealed that the judiciary received about 645 million naira in the year under review. Rivers State Governor Simlala Ifubara says his administration will support policies and programs of President Bola Tinubu that will benefit the people of Rivers State. The governor made the pledge while speaking at an event organized by a non-governmental organization, FOTSOM, in Port Harcourt. Represented by the Secretary to the State Government, Tami Danal-Gogo, the governor called on all Rivers people to work for the development of the state and Nigeria as elections are now over.
And to assure you of the support of the Rivers State government for very laudable programs and activities like this at all times. See Rivers State government as your partner as long as what you are looking for is the progress and the greatness of Nigeria and indeed the states of Nigeria like Rivers State. Elections and politics has its own time. Now we are talking about governance. Now we're talking about how to ensure that Nigeria is great, and as a government we will back every effort Mr. President is making.
Also, the Rivers State representative on the management board of the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, Tony Okocha, who represented the Federal Capital Territory Minister Nyesom Wike, spoke on the gains of the removed fuel subsidy and on the need for Nigerians to criticize government constructively.
Criticism to the extent of being constructive is a virtue. You have the right to engage the government. You have the right to say this policy is obnoxious or the other policy is that. Or you could have done this way. That is your right given to you by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. But when criticism becomes just criticizing for its own sake, when you criticize the system without the intention of making some impact on that government, then it is on its own advice.
This is the World News on Today 95.1 FM Port Harcourt. We'll be right back after this short break.
Whether it's happening every day, every hour, when the big stories break, depend on our 24-hour news team to bring you the latest. Today 95.1 FM.
Thanks for staying tuned. Now the rest of the news. Commuters have continued to bemoan the recent hike in transportation by commercial drivers in Port Harcourt as a result of the hike in fuel price. Today, FM correspondent who visited some fuel stations observed that some of them are selling petrol for between 670 naira and 690 naira. Some passengers spoke to Today FM's Odinaka Chisalestian on how the situation is affecting their lives.
Things are really getting higher every day. As at yesterday, I buy a crate of plastic Coke, 2,500. But now it has even increased from 2,500 to 2,700. It keeps increasing every day. I don't know whether it will stop.
Since the hike in fuel price, the cost of transportation has really gone up. Like destination you pay 100 naira for is now 150, and it's really biting hard on us, the masses. By the end of the month, you have nothing to say. Please, I'm calling on the government, please, they should do something about this.
On the other hand, commercial and private drivers say they have been forced to increase the transportation fare they charge as a result of the increase in fuel price. They also complain that they now find it difficult to get petrol as many fuel stations have closed.
Buy fuel is 6.5, then 6.70. Like as of yesterday, I buy 6.7. Then this morning, I don't buy fuel 3 times this morning. I never even work out anything. I have to do something now because this cannot continue like this because it's affecting everybody. For you to carry something to go and deliver to somebody, you tell the person price. To be shouting, no, reduce it, this one, that one. Even though they have to bring it down at least 500 naira, at least you can be buying it like that.
As of today, I bought fuel at the rate of 700 naira, in fact 690 naira, almost 700 naira. So I don't know what the government is doing towards this price of fuel. But we are tired. Formerly, you use 7,000, 8,000 to fill your tank. Now, if you're not with up to 50, 60,000, you cannot fill your tank as to travel far.
People living in some communities in Rivers State and some expats have been trained on how to use different tools and means to ensure that their projects and activities do not harm the communities. An environmentalist, Ninmo Basi, who spoke during the one-day School of Ecology on Building Resilience for People's Power, said the program is aimed at interrogating critical concepts and happening that builds knowledge that can make people to take action in the face of environmental challenges being experienced in Nigeria. Basi, who is the executive director of Health of Mother Earth Foundation, advocated for promotion of environmental climate justice and food sovereignty in Nigeria and Africa.
Rules of ecology are always sessions where we interrogate critical concepts and happenings to build knowledge so that people can take action. And this particular session was about building people's resilience, building communities' resilience in the face of all the environmental challenges we're having in Nigeria. Now, this event took place in Port Harcourt, so a lot of the examples are about what is happening in the Niger Delta. It was arranged in a way that the participants, the scholars, would have knowledge, deeper understanding of what they're experiencing, learn to articulate what they've experienced, and find ways of working to change the system structurally.
Basi further noted that there is need for the country to step forward and begin to do things in line with current environmental realities, while urging the participants at the program to apply the knowledge acquired to their various communities.
Well, the Nigerian government and other governments in Africa have a duty to have a very clear position going to the COP and to make very good demands. To start with, I think Nigeria cannot talk of climate action on climate change if they talk about climate justice. We have to do the thing at home first. We have to stop gas flaring. We cannot be flaring gas and we say we are doing something about climate change. Nigerian government is in a difficult position to show the world that they're serious about climate change. And so we are hoping that by the time they get to that, the government representative and negotiators will wake up to the fact that they can't play the ostrich, keeping their head in the sand. Nigeria has to step forward.
Today FM's Odinaka Celestine reports that participants from communities in and around River State attended the training. In other news, the family of the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, has again accused the Department of State Services, DSS, of denying him access to visitors. The family said the reason is to his visitors from knowing the current status Kanu's health, which the family says is deteriorating. The Abuja High Court had ordered the DSS to allow him unfettered access to his family and lawyers twice a week. Kanu's younger brother, Emmanuel Kanu, wondered why the DSS would suddenly decide to deny Kanu access to his visitors, an action he said is a flagrant violation of court order. The IPOB leader has been in solitary confinement at the Abuja DSS headquarters since his abduction in Kenya and subsequent extraordinary rendition to Nigeria in June 2021. The federal government has countered a claim by the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 election, Peter Obi, that President Bola Tinubu is uncaring and insensitive to the suffering of Nigerians. Recall that a day after Tinubu signed into law the 2.17 trillion naira supplementary budget, Obi took to his X handle, claiming that the president failed to consider certain emergencies and pressing needs of the country. The Labour Party presidential candidate said, going by the manner the budgetary allocations were done, Tinubu was obviously unaware of the dire crisis in the country. But in a swift response, the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, said the budget is not insensitive, but rather a bold and pragmatic response to the pressing and economic challenges Nigeria currently faces. Idris emphasized that in line with President Tinubu's inclination to accountability and transparency in government expenditure, all items in the supplementary budget have been meticulously scrutinized to ensure efficient utilization of public funds. On the foreign scene, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says his country does not intend to occupy or govern Gaza after the end of its war with Hamas. He, however, insisted that the enclave must be demilitarized, de-radicalized, and rebuilt. In an interview, Netanyahu said that Israel would need to find a civilian government to govern the enclave, which has been run by Hamas since 2006, but he didn't specify who would form such a body. Gaza is already viewed as an occupied territory because Israel has full control of its borders, airspace, and territorial waters, despite having formally withdrawn its forces and settlers from the enclave in 2005. In sports, organizers say four-time Grand Slam champion Naomi Osaka will make her eagerly anticipated return to tennis at the Brisbane International in Australia. Starting at the last day of December, the Brisbane tournament is a warm-up for the Australian Open Grand Slam starting in mid-January. The 26-year-old former world number one, Osaka, gave birth to daughter Shai in July and has not played on tour since September 2022, having also struggled with her mental health and the pressures of tennis. In entertainment, a jury in Manhattan, New York has ordered Hollywood actor Robert De Niro's company, Canal Productions, to pay $1.2 million to his former assistant, Graham Chase Robinson, for gender discrimination and retaliation. The verdict came after a 2-week trial that featured explosive testimony from the 80-year-old actor who denied being an abusive and sexist boss to Robinson. Robinson, who worked for De Niro for 11 years until April 2019, claimed that the Godfather star treated her like a servant and assigned her tasks that were beneath her office. The jury found that Canal Productions was liable for both gender discrimination and retaliation and awarded Robinson $632,000 in damages for each claim. To end the news as a summary of the major stories. We told you that INEC has promised that it won't repeat the mistakes it made in the 2023 general election in tomorrow's off-cycle governorship elections in Bayelsa, Imo, and Kogi State. The family of the detained IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu has again accused the DSS of denying him access to visitors. On the foreign scene, we told you that the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has said that his country has no intention to occupy or govern Gaza after its war with Hamas. Prince Ajubo, editor of the news. Send your emails to news@todayfmlive.com. For comment and inquiries, call 0818-389-2850. Read our stories on todayfmlive.com. Good afternoon. I am Lucky Maxwell.
Today's news, today's entertainment, today's sports, today's issues. Today on Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
Wake up to today's quest.
Welcome to take you through the ever-exciting world of sports.
Today's quest on Today 95.1 FM, the newspaper review segment.
You should pay them. Why not pay them so that the legislature can function effectively?
The law governing those people allows them to create a multi-door. I won't use your vehicle. Just that they are giving to us to assembly 600 million. I'm not coming there because I want to chop that peg. No.
Let's engage on today's hustle.
Welcome to Talk That Talk on Today. No, there's nothing to sugarcoat. If you go to the street, that's where you can get the true report. It's not on newspaper or wherever.
Because I see no reason why people have been suffering like this. And they are breathing,
And you're welcome to today's Sport Live.
There are people that are scared of the dark.
Nigeria League champions can overturn.
They've considered 5 goals away from home, and at their home ground they've not been able to score. So he talked about not.
Welcome to the platform on radio.
Okay, America is the standard, right?
It is happening in America.
Hold on, America is. Hold on now. America is the standard.
Yes, okay. Now they are the fathers of democracy now. Who brought them?
No, they are not the fathers of waiting. They happen. We'll give them that in the way you talk to. Will they give anybody when they do well? Nah, this is a monkey man. This monkey man.
And just when you think we're done, come on with us. Let's interact on today's Connect.
Just calm down, okay? Everything is gonna be all right if you believe. With Hargett, welcome entertainment recap right here.
But this is Area Talk on Today 95.1 FM, your eyewitness report show.
Last week, you hear anything like that? This woman don't make arrest with me. I carry my eyes, see them there.
Where the Senate is set to amend the Electoral Act.
I don't know why we are taking this Senate serious. Is there any law that they have passed in this country?
It is. Let me tell you. Today 95.1 FM. We are your perfect companion from dawn to dusk. Every day. Every day.
Feed you and feed your entire family. Why don't you get your crap out of the way?
Okay, move your car.
Madam, I beg. Will you move this car?
I don't understand what's going on. We've been sitting in traffic for the past 1 hour. Like, oh my God.
Everywhere is lost.
Do you want to share or get a link?
Hello and welcome to yet another fantastic time on your radio. I am Gabriella. As always with me here in the studio is Mr. Ori Martins. Good to have you here as always, Mr. Martins. Tell me real quick, what is that thing you have up your sleeves for people in Port Harcourt?
Very simple, Gabriella. Last year we did a pre-launch of our Boeing Megacity BMC here in Port Harcourt. Pre-launch. I love to put key in. Close to 1,000 person key into this project. And on the 25th of November, this month, 25th of November, by 11 a.m., we want to do the launch proper of Boeing Megacity, and we use the opportunity to give people physical allocation. People that bought last year, they are coming to get their physical allocation plot, because we have done the road, we have fenced, we have done the security house, the drainage, and all of that infrastructure are being provided. They're ongoing now. So I want them to come and take possession and start building immediately. And we also call out for those that missed last year. Phase 2 is selling now at 25% of the original price. That is 75% off. So if you are listening to me and you missed the pre-launch price of BMC last year, the phase 1, phase 2 is up for grab now at 25%. So you are also invited on the 25th of November by 11 a.m. to be part of the launch of Boeing Megacity in a great alley here in Port Harcourt. Great Alley is before airport. The last junction before the airport by the right is called School Road, where the Jehovah's Witnesses have their regional office. That is where it is. End of that road, you see BMC there. You can't miss it. On the 25th, all roads leads to that place. Down the road, we are doing internal road. Security has already built, completed, gated, and we have security people guiding the place. The police post is being built, getting approval for the police post on the Boeing Megacity. So we are inviting Rivers people to be part of this launch.
What numbers can people call if they want to be a part of this?
090-555-22233. 090-555-22236. And special announcement. If you are listening to me now, if you buy your plot before then, at 25% discount, we use the opportunity to do your allocation. That is, your trip will be just once. When you come that day, if you buy now, your payment is confirmed. We also do your allocation for you. And of course, the discount is still ongoing. We're also running the Win Big promo, the Boeing Win Big promo. Meaning that if you buy now, you get a Boeing goodie bag. Not only that, you get voucher that to go for Hypercity to shop for the next 1 year free of charge, or to buy fuel at Total Energy filling station across the country. This is what you get when you buy during this, before the launch of Boeing Megacity on November 25th, 11 a.m. at the Great Alley, the venue, the estate, the BMC Boeing Mega
the phase 2.
City. Yes.
Now, for those who say, "Oh, I want to key into this, but I don't have the full sum," can I pay in installments?
Oh, sure, installment is possible. As soon as you complete your payment, you get your allocation and start building immediately. And some people don't want to build. Building is not their problem. We also give them an opportunity to do what they call land banking. You can buy now, keep the land there, and when the land appreciates, you can sell. So we have a section for the estate for land banking. You buy, you leave as much as you want to leave it. When appreciate, you can sell. People that bought last year, they've gotten 100% return
on their investment.
Now we are calling for a lot of people don't believe it last year when we said it. LED said they don't believe, but it has become it's there now, become reality.
It's not a reality.
That's why we're inviting the doubting Thomas then to now be a believer in Apostle home ownership campaign that we'll put in place here in Rivers State.
All right, what are the numbers they can call again and social media handles?
090-555-22236. 090-555-22233. Boeing Estate is the social media handle across board, and our website www.boeingestate.com. When you get there, see more information about this launch of Boeing Megacity happening here in Rivers State. And of course, there'll be enough to eat
and drink.
And palm wine, fresh palm wine. As you did last year, go there and fetch palm wine yourself from the palm tree, and you drink very fresh, undiluted.
And the date and time again?
25th November, 11 a.m.
All right. Thank you very much.
It's my pleasure.
Have a lovely day.
Thank you.
What's a successful business without sales? And what is sales without an audience? Well, do you know that you can reach 8 million listeners across 6 states in 2 geopolitical zones all at once? How? With Today 95.1 FM, you can get millions of people to know about your business. And what does that mean to you? More sales. Call 081-389-2850 now for more information.
Today's quest.
Welcome to take you through the ever exciting world of sports.
Today's quest on Today 95.1 FM, the newspaper review segment.
You should pay them. Why not pay them so that the legislature can function effectively?
The law governing that same those people allows them to create a multi-door. I won't use your vehicle. Just know that they are giving to us or assembly 600 million. I'm not coming there because I want to chop that peg. No.
Let's engage on today's hustle.
Welcome to Talk That Talk on Today. No, there's nothing to sugarcoat. If you go to the street, that's where you can get the true report. It's not on newspaper or wherever.
Because I see no reason why people have been suffering like this. And they are breathing, IGR, they are breathing.
And you're welcome to today's Sport Live.
The people that are scared of the dark.
Nigerian League champions can overturn.
They've considered 5 goals away from home, and at their home ground, they've not been able to score. So he talked about not.
Welcome to the platform on radio.
Okay, America is the standard, right?
It is happening in America.
Hold on, America is. Hold on now. America is the standard. Yes, okay.
Now they are the fathers of democracy now. Who brought them?
No, they are not the fathers of waiting. They happen. We'll give them that in the way you talk to. Will they give anybody when they do well? Nah, this is a monkey man. This monkey man.
And just when you think we're done, come on with us. Let's interact on today's Connect.
Just calm down, okay? Everything is gonna be alright if you believe. With Harget, welcome, entertainment recap right here.
But this is Area Talk on Today 95.1 FM, your eyewitness report show.
Last week, you anything like that? This woman don't make arrest with me. I carry my eyes, see them there.
Where the Senate is set to amend the Electoral Act.
I don't know why we are taking this serious. Is there any law that they have passed in this country?
It is. Let me tell you.
Today 95.1 FM. We are your perfect companion from dawn to dusk. Every day. Every day.
Hey, you want to speed drive? Come on, go to the racetrack. You want to smoke? Not on the steering wheel. You want to drink alcohol? Don't do it on wheels. Go to a bar and don't drive afterwards. Seatbelts are not for fancy. They're there to save your life. Know your traffic rules and obey them because they're for your own good. Drive with care because life is dear.
Magic spell on me like juju. Say that you had me around your finger and said if you want it, I'll linger. Now I've been acting a little bit strange. Friends would say that magic spell on me. Magic spell on me like juju. I can't help myself. Magic spell on me. Magic spell on me like voodoo. And when you want out, you can't. I just can't believe that this could happen to me. Be from the voodoo that you do, 'cause I don't know how you got me hooked on you. Tell me what you do to me. Oh, like juju, I can't help myself. Magic spell on me like voodoo. It's voodoo, yeah. You came and stole my heart away with the games you play. If it would pay, let me stay, 'cause I can't resist your ways. You puppeteer, the strings move me from here to there. Oh, is this what you do? It ain't nothing but voodoo.
Radio World broadcast with Reverend Dr. David Owedi as he unveils the beauty of God's word to you in simplicity and power. Listen and be blessed.
The old man is to be eliminated. If you don't eliminate it, it will corrupt you. Because the old man grows corrupt according to the deceitful lust. It gets worse by the day. The old man cannot be improved. The old man cannot be reformed. It's like going to a mortuary and bringing a dead person. Then you go and do the hair, giving the latest style of hair. Then you do makeup, do eyelashes, do the nails, and spread the best cologne, best perfume. What is going to happen to the corpse? It keeps decaying. It keeps decaying. And it will be releasing this putrefying odor that will mess up all your perfume. No matter how you try to patch the old man, make him up, he keeps getting worse. He grows corrupt. So you have Christians stealing church funds. You have Christians sleeping with married women. You have Christians that get involved in crime. You have Christians selling drugs. You have Christians pimping ladies. You have Christians gambling into child trafficking. So after a while, they get tired. They assume that I cannot change anymore. So they start looking for scriptures to justify it. And their most favorite sermon is hyper grace. Let me show you guys a secret. Where is the church? Where is the secret for living the Christian life? It's found in the epistles. So I'm going to take one of the epistles, break it for you into 3 parts. Ephesians. Ephesians chapter 1 and 2 is new creation realities, new covenant realities. Okay, let me put it in another way. Ephesians chapter 1 and 2 is the legal side of redemption. All those things that God has accomplished for us in Christ. You're a new creation. You're the righteousness of God in Christ. You are seated with Christ at the right hand of God in the heavenly places. You are crucified with Christ. You know, all these things and everything there is past tense. God has already done it. They are the legal side of redemption. The finished work of Christ. Our position in Christ. That's Ephesians 1 and 2. Now I want you to see. So next time you are hearing all these grace boys talking, whatever, they want to stay only in Ephesians 1 and 2 and talk about what Jesus has finished. But Ephesians chapter 3 and 4 is the experiential side of Christianity. This thing that you are talking about needs to now start happening in your life. It needs to become real. It needs to become experiential. It needs to come into manifestation. And in this chapter 3 and 4, Paul gives us practical instructions. That's part of what I'm showing you now. You are the righteousness of God in Christ. This is what you must do to start living a righteous life. There are 3 processes. In chapter 3 and 4, it teaches you how to walk in love. It teaches you how to do this, how to stay away from fornication. Then chapter 5 and 6, it now gives us the structure, how to structure ourselves. Chapter 5 and 6 is about divine order. How to structure ourselves so we can function in dominion over Satan. What you find in chapter 5 and chapter 6 is, children, submit to your parents' authority. Wives, submit to your husband. Husband, love your wives. Parents, bring up your children in the nurture and admonition of the Lord. Then it talks to workers, employees, to submit to their management and their leaders in the place of work. He said, once you observe this structure, then it ends this way. Finally, be strong in the Lord, then you can confront Satan. I want you to see this. A lot of people go into spiritual warfare because that's how the Ephesians ended. They go into spiritual warfare, but not in proper alignment. And they get wounded. Because James chapter 4, verse 6 said, you want to deal with Satan, first submit yourself to God. So submission is not to make somebody better than you. Submission is protection. Submission is stay under covering. An example, we're doing it right now. So no matter the rain that falls here, it can't touch us because we're under the covering of this roof. If the sun is hot, it won't touch us because we're under the covering of this roof. When you are in submission, you're under a roof. You're under covering. The enemy can't get you. The bullets don't reach you. Is somebody hearing what I'm saying? That's what it is. Because these long-standing problems you've been having, you will find the freedom and the solution. Are you hearing what I'm saying? There are a lot of people that are struggling. They don't know how to move beyond this. They are hooked up with this drug. They are hooked up smoking. They are hooked up with things that their conscience is always crying. They're asking God to forgive them. How do you move beyond that? That's the job of Ephesians chapter 3 and 4. Many preachers don't understand that. So they just stay in chapter 1 and 2. They stay in nursery school. Stay in the baby cot. They don't know how to help people grow beyond that. But we are supposed to move to adulthood. Ephesians chapter 4 is explaining that the goal of fivefold ministry is to bring people to the fullness of the stature of Christ. Bring people to maturity. So they use grace message and keep everybody in the nursery, keep everybody as babies, just confessing and misbehaving. Now we have to now learn how to bring those things we confess into manifestation. The world is waiting for the manifestations of the sons of God. There is first the putting off. Oh Lord. The old man needs to be cut off. You know what you do to a leg that has gangrene, what do you call this sickness? Diabetes has gotten into and is now rotting. The thing is dead. He's dead. He's dead. You keep it, it kills the whole body. So at this time, what do you need to do to it? Amputate it. There is no, if you keep the dead with the living, it's the living that will suffer casualty. The dead will kill the living. You have to get rid of the dead. The old nature is corrupt, and it gets more corrupt because it keeps getting rotten. Can you give me another translation of verse 22? NIV, for example. You, as you were taught, verse 22, as you were taught, that with regard to your former way of life, put off your old self, which is being corrupted by his what? Deceitful desire. Give me another translation. Throw off your old sinful nature, your former way of life, which is corrupted by loss and deception. Two things, loss and deception. He keeps deceiving himself. One of the things that old nature knows very well how to do is how to wear masks. You remember when Adam fell, what was the first thing he did? He got fig leaves to cover himself. And then they said, that's old nature is very good at wearing masks. Just deceive everybody. But the solution to the old man is circumcision. You know what circumcision is? Cut off the foreskin. Abraham had to do it at the age of 100.
This is still Expand Your World broadcast with Reverend Dr. David Owedi, but we'll be back shortly.
Get ready, Port Harcourt, for an electrifying experience as Dominion City presents Maranatha Conference 2023. 4 days of radical transformation, supernatural encounters, all-round miracles and breakthroughs with Pastor David Obueli and other anointed ministers from Thursday 23rd to Sunday 26th November 2023, 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. daily at Dominion City, NTA Choba Road, Mboba, Port Harcourt. Opening session on Thursday by 5 p.m. There will be free transport from every part of Port Harcourt. Locate any Dominion City church near you to join a bus. Come along with your family and friends. There's a special miracle with your name on it. A divine plan to crown your year with goodness. Maranatha Conference, the best way to end the year. See you there.
Hallelujah.
Good news! We now have buses readily available to bring you to church for all our services. We have bus routes from Rumola Rumakuta axis, Mawon Mile 2 or Ikwere axis, Ajib Adajudge axis, Eliozu Rumokoro axis, Shoba Rumosi axis, Choba Zorba axis. You no longer have to miss our services because of distance or transportation. Take advantage of this opportunity and join a bus close to your location. For more information, please call Victor on 0806 437 7162. God bless you.
Welcome back. Isaac did it at day 8 days. It should be done early in your Christian life. But Ishmael did it at the age of 13. Think about these different age groups. So you have not done it, you still have to do it. God told Joshua, make sharp knife in Joshua chapter 5 and circumcise the children of Israel. If not, they won't have the capacity to take the promised land. Make him in my image, being, let him function in our likeness. That's functionality. They start functioning like God functioned, and then they can have dominion. You don't take the promised land without circumcision. Many believers are living and dying as babies with only salvation, no transformation. And transformation is what is standing between you and dominion. Salvation is your starting point. But if you get transformation, you can move into dominion. You can move into manifestation of your sonship. Yes, you gave me another translation. Let me see that one. This one said throw off. The point is here, it has to be cut off. So get rid of your old self. Do you see it? Don't make it up. Don't pamper it. Don't protect it. What do you do with it? Get rid of it. Get rid of your old self, which you live as you used to. Which made you live as what? You used to. This is what is making you are still lying. You are still stubborn. You are still immoral. You are still that. You are now in Christ, but you are still behaving. This is what is causing it. Your old self was being destroyed by its deceitful lust. The second process is be renewed in the spirit of your mind. Everyone said that. What this simply means is that when you get rid of the old nature, and the way you do it is through the cross, you have to, you see, you're praying for different things. You have to ask God to make you like Jesus. You have to take up the issue of becoming more like Christ in prayer. And when you take it up, there is a work the Holy Spirit does in a person. The cross does. That severes is a crucifixion. And sometimes it involves pain. And if you're going to get circumcision, the first thing you do is to undress. Nobody does operation dressed up. So unmask. Open up that area so it can be treated. Agree that you have problem. Agree that this issue is there. Acknowledge that this reality is there. And then open it up before God. And if you have dealt with God, ask somebody else to help you. The way some of you believe God for healing, you're not able to, your faith doesn't seem to. You ask for prayer and healing. That's the same way. The way you do self-medication, it doesn't look. You go to a doctor and ask for help. That's the same way. Okay, the second key now is the renewal of your mind. So the first one targets the heart, where the sinful nature is, and cuts it out. The second process of transformation targets the mind. And this renewal has to do with reprogramming your thoughts, your thought life. You want to be transformed. Romans chapter 12 said it differently. It said, be ye transformed, verse 3, by the renewal of what? Your mind. But the modern church starts the change process with the mind. So you hear them talk a lot about the mind. But they don't deal with the source of the problem, which is the sinful nature. So they start with the mind, and then they keep teaching, and years pass, the man has not changed. Are you seeing what? But then you have to deal with the sinful nature, bring it to the cross for crucifixion. Then the second process is the mind. It needs to be renewed. Let me recommend something for you. How many of you want to change? Some of you areas you have tried for years, you are not. Declare a word fast. You see how you fast on food, fast on water, You say, I'm doing 3 days fast, no eating. No, this one is not about food. You can eat what you like, but it's fast information. Get rid of TV, get rid of social media, get rid of the junk movies, get rid of junk music, get rid of that. It might be 3 weeks, and then find messages. Find, apart from the Bible, you have to get the Bible. Then find important messages dealing with the area of your need. Find a group of those things, assemble them. Find books. Find, if it's a 3 weeks period, if it's a 4 weeks period. I remember when I did, like 3 months. No junk. Just bombard your mind with the word. Bombard it with information. Bombard it with truth. Bombard it with things. After you achieve, if you try what I'm telling you, even just 3 weeks, just 3 weeks, you will achieve in 3 weeks what some of you have been trying to achieve in 5 years and you were not able to do. So do you know what I did? I only had 2 hours when I go to that phone. Because I'm busy, I have to give directives, check messages. One is after I have done this process in the morning and I'm through. So I gave all my whatever from 10 a.m. to 11. I think one time it was 11 to 12. You can reach me. Because I will not even touch the phone. It's not even, it's off, it's somewhere. So that time, what I do is, I give all the things that have to do with business, things that have to do with ministry, things that have to do, get all of them sorted out. All these junks that are flying around, I'm not interested. Then in the evening again, between 6 and 7. The key is meditate on it day and night. Make sure that the last thing on your mind before you go to bed is the word. You don't know what to do. Listen to gospel music, listen to worship, listen to a message, leave it on you and go to sleep. Because this process happens a lot even in the night. While you are sleeping, that word will be working. It will go into your subconscious and go and clean up. There is something Ephesians said, be renewed in the spirit of your mind. Everyone say spirit of your mind. Romans 12 said, renew your mind. That's your consciousness, your mental faculties. But the spirit of your mind is your subconscious. That's the factory that stores all the information. You know why the hurt, somebody hurt you 10 years ago, is still there? It's in the subconscious. So you start a new relationship, that thing comes up and messes up the relationship. You had a problem with your mom or your dad, it's 15 years ago, but it's stored in the subconscious. The subconscious is what produces your behavior. The conscious is what produces your communication. So you say one thing, but you act a different way. Because the one that is producing the behavior is the subconscious. But if you do this, early in the morning when you wake up, load the word. Even if you're driving, you're going to work, put scriptures, turn on the right channel, listen to worship, listen to messages, put things in your... Load them into your laptop, into your computer. You might be typing in your office, but you have an earphone. The word is going in. If it is 3 hours in the morning, 3 hours before you go to bed, make sure that you engage the process. Engage it, because transformation is a process, not instant. It has to happen consistently over a period of time. If it's 3 weeks, if it's this 1 month, I'm going through that, you will come out a brand new person.
This is Still Expand Your World broadcast with Reverend Dr. David Owedi, but we'll be back shortly.
Get ready, Port Harcourt, for an electrifying experience as Dominion City presents Maranatha Conference 2023. 4 days of radical transformation, supernatural encounters, all-round miracles and breakthroughs with Pastor David Obueli and other anointed ministers from Thursday 23rd to Sunday 26th November 2023, 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. daily at Dominion City, NTA Choba Road, Mboba, Port Harcourt. Opening session on Thursday by 5 p.m. There will be free transport youth from every part of Port Harcourt. Locate any Dominion City Church near you to join a bus. Come along with your family and friends. There's a special miracle with your name on it. A divine plan to crown your year with goodness. Maranatha Conference, the best way to end the year. See you there.
Good news! We now have buses readily available to bring you to church for all our services. We have bus routes from Rumola Rumakuta axis, Mawon Mile 2 or Ikwere axis, Ajib Adajaj axis, Eliozu Rumokoro axis, Shoba Rumosi axis, Choba Zoba axis. You no longer have to miss our services because of distance or transportation. Take advantage of this opportunity and join a bus close to your location. For more information, please call Victor on 0806 437 7162. God bless you.
Welcome back.
You wonder, how did I? This stuff, this drug thing, I don't even, you know, what happened to this alcohol? I don't feel the stuff anymore. You smell it, you want to throw up. You're a different person. Then the last is verse 24, which is put on the new man. And now is learning new behaviors. Learning new behaviors. And the first I will teach you is Galatians chapter 5, 22 and 23. To learn to manifest the divine nature, the fruit of the Spirit. And the second one is like it. It's 1 Corinthians chapter 13. There are 14 behaviors of love. Chapter 13 of 1 Corinthians is 14 practical ways to walk in love. When you read it, for example, the first one, love is patience. Patience. Second, love is kind. When you list out those 14, list out the ones that are your problem. You have to do a diagnosis and know the ones that are you're always falling short. For example, there is one of them that said love is not irritable, fretful. There are people like that. Every small thing they react. It's like somebody who has a wound. Every time you touch it, you react. They are like that. That's how their behavior is. And they can't make good marriages. They can't have good relationships. They are just messing up everything that you bring that is good into their life. There are some, their own is stubbornness. Love is not proud. It's not stubborn. Some, that's their own. Love is not boastful. Some, that's where their own problem is. Some, it is, they are critical. Just finding fault with everything. Love is not like that. So when you list the 14 behaviors of love, some of them is jealousy. Some is pride. List out the ones that are your old nature, that old behavior, because this is now behavior modification. Now, I want to tell you this. We have some great some of them are behavioral scientists, some of them are motivational speakers who want to help people improve, change. You know what they do? They start with behavioral modification and leave the other two. It's not going to work. You can learn to smile because you're on the front desk. You welcome customers, but you don't like people. You have not changed. You have just learned a form so you can do your job. So when people come, you say, oh, hello, you're welcome to our company. But the truth is that they are getting on your nerve. You feel like transformation changes you from inside out. You're beautiful from inside out. You're not faking it. You are it. Because you are now like Jesus. You love people. You care. You want to help people. Because that's who you are. The nature of God is love. When you are transformed, that's how you become. Can I hear an amen? Why don't you lift up your hands? Ask God to start the work, change you and make you like Jesus. Ask him to make you a brand new person. Ask him to break that hold of sin, the hold of the old nature, the old man, to cut it off, to cut it off, to cut it off, to cut it off, to cut it off.
Get ready, Port Harcourt, for an electrifying experience as Dominion City presents Maranatha Conference 2023. 4 days of radical transformation, supernatural encounters, all-round miracles and breakthroughs with Pastor David Obueli and other anointed ministers from Thursday 23rd to Sunday 26th November 2023, 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. daily at Dominion City, NTA Choba Road, Boba, Port Harcourt. Opening session on Thursday by 5 p.m. There will be free transport from every part of Port Harcourt. Locate any Dominion City church near you to join a bus. Come along with your family and friends. There's a special miracle with your name on it. A divine plan to crown your year with goodness. Maranatha Conference, the best way to end the year. See you there.
And now, from PCJ, the resident pastor.
Matthew 18. Matthew 18. 16. Please go to verse 15. Let me read a couple of scriptures for you. Moreover, if thy brother, this your brother can be your wife and can be your husband, right? Brother in the faith, sister in the faith, husband, shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone. And if he shall hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother. Now we are discussing conflict resolution in the kingdom. If you have listened to pastor's tape on this, there's a tape he did, conflict resolution in the kingdom. Now please follow me. Verse 3, verse 16. But if you will not hear thee, then take with thee one or two more, that in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses every word may be what? Established. Verse 17. And if you shall neglect to hear them, do what? Tell it to the church. Now church here is the leadership of the church, not to come and collect the mic. They say, children of God, wonderful children, I came to report my wife. That's not what he said. Go to the leadership of the church, your pastor. But if he neglect to hear the church, let him be unto thee what? As a hidden man and as a publican. Now, I've shown you 3 stages of conflict resolution. Now, show me God. Did you see God anywhere? There's no God. God did not put himself in conflict resolution in the kingdom. There's no God anywhere. So, if you will not listen to human beings, your marriage will fail. If there's no human being that you can listen to, you and your wife can listen to when you have issue. 2 of you cannot listen to each other. They bring a third party, you can't listen to a third party. They take it to your pastor, you can't listen to. Even God cannot save that man.
And that was Expand Your World broadcast with Reverend Dr. David Obueli.
We would also love to have you come worship with us at Dominion City, NTA Choba Road, Port Harcourt, or any Dominion City nearest to you.
Our services hold Sundays at 7:30 a.m. and 9:30 a.m. and on Tuesdays at 5 p.m.
For more inquiries, please call 0817-961-1544 or 091-203-62801 or 091-203-62802.
You can also visit our social media handles at Dominion City PH. Dominion City, raising leaders that transform society. Welcome to Expand Your World broadcast with Reverend Dr. David Obueli as he unveils the beauty of God's word to you in simplicity and power. Listen and be blessed.
The old man is to be eliminated. If you don't eliminate it, it will corrupt you. Because the old man grows corrupt according to the deceitful lust. It gets worse by the day. The old man cannot be improved. The old man cannot be reformed. It's like going to a mortuary and bringing a dead person. Then you go and do the hair.